That was useful. Oh, there we go. Sorry, everybody. I'll try all of that again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Makeup here on Good. Oh, God's sake. Well, that's just a great start, isn't it? Hi. I was doing so well. That was so well. Hi. Yes. So welcome to Coffee and Makeup here on Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. My name is Lisa, which is what I was just saying. And I was saying that today we are going to be drinking coffee while I put some makeup on my face. Now, this is an interactive get ready with me. Now, basically what that means is I have a ton of palettes here. And we're going to be choosing some colors, and we're going to be putting it to all of you to decide what goes on my face and how and when and why and where and all of those things. Now, the doggies are with me on the sofa, so if they bark or anything, or if there's any noises, then that's just the way of the world, unfortunately. They make noises, and they are our fur babies. So yeah, that's just the way of things. Now, I put the details on screen there. If you would like to support me, you can do. I forgot which one this was then. There you are. You can buy me a coffee over here at Beyond Authentic. Oh, but you can also, if you want to know what we've been eating for me and Rufus, with our massively wonderful weight results like yesterday, then yeah, go and have a look on the Instagram, which is here. The Instagram is here, but also do these things if you can as well. Thanks. Yeah, so let's see who's here in the chat. Little Miss Budget is here. Hi, Ness. I hope you're well, my darling. I sent you a message this morning. No, I didn't. I replied to your video this morning. That's what I was trying to say. I left a comment. Hang on. I'm right all over the place. Morning to Kirsty the Kitchen Witch. Hello, my darling. You can hear me now, hopefully. Yeah, I know. I realized I was listening to some music before I came on, and so I was like, yay. Good morning, everyone. Hope you've got some ears left. I know, sorry about that. You're also on a Teams meeting whilst watching you, Lisa. 15 men are currently boring you out. God. That's funny, though. That is funny. Ed's here as well. Hello, Ed. Congratulations and celebrations. Yay! I'm so glad you're up and about and doing well. I saw your picture on that there Insta or Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or somewhere. I don't know where I saw it. I saw it somewhere. I feel like I'm really low down today. I don't know why. Well, neat. Not many women are going to say that about having 15 men at one time. Cheeky. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, God. There we go. Let me just fix the camera now. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you can all see me. Yeah, so how is everybody? How is everybody doing? Am I at an angle, or is it just, I don't know. I think everything's a bit off tonight. So this morning. I do have, by the way, yes, I have one set of nails done and one not, because I did these last night. So I've got 4 nails in this sort of dark pine green, and then I've got this one, which actually on camera looks very, very different, but it's not actually that much different to the green. And this is like almost like a duochrome, like a slightly different olivey green with a metallic shift, a gold shift, which is quite nice. I just felt like going green yesterday to match my makeup, which matched my leggings. But today we are going to be down to all of you. My coffee of the day so far is soup. I did a quick leftover vegetable soup today, just with a few bits, you know, like the outside leaves of a cabbage that sort of they've not wilted, but they just looking a bit like, I was like, I feel ya, bung you in a soup. So I put those in, and some tomatoes that needed using that I wasn't going to probably use for lunch with my frittata. So yeah, I just thought I'd bung them all in the soup maker, have a quick morning soup. So it's got courgette, cabbage, half a pepper that needed using because I didn't get around to using a full one, the tomatoes, some water, and some stock cubes. So super, super healthy. But of course, I've got my coffee with me, and I've got my backup coffee with me, and I've got an energy drink with me, and I've got my Pepsi with me. So I am all set to go. Probably running to the loo if I drink all of this, but yes. Nanette is here. Good morning, Nanette. Good morning. I hope you are well, my darling. How are you? It must be super early where you are. I know we say this every bloody week, don't we? What I need is one of those international clocks which says where Kirsty, where Anita is, this is the time. Where Little Miss Budget is, this is the time. Where Nanette is, this is the time. Where Kirsty is, this is the year, because she's in a town in that there Yorkshire where they're like, I think it's still like 1985. I think if Kirsty puts Coronation Street on, Ina Sharples is still having a half a stout in the snug. It's that bad. She's only just got colour where Kirsty is. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Don't worry, Kirsty, another few years and EastEnders will start, and then you'll have 2 soaps then, isn't it? It's not like that. Annoyingly, you haven't come across your soup maker yet. Oh no. They've gone really expensive as well. I keep holding this up to my mouth and I haven't actually, hold on, let me just, hang on. You know what I'm like, my aversion to sound. Let me do what can I do? Have I got a swoosh? I'm going to do a swoosh. Oh, oh, that's nice. Oh, yum. So yes, I do hope everybody is well. I feel quite rested. Yeah. I feel quite rested for once today. Yeah, about right though. You've not slept yet, but you're feeling good. Oh, you're not feeling good. Oh, that's a very different song. Sorry about that, Nanette. I hope you feel better and stronger soon. I know, right, Kirsty? I know, right? Like, it's true. It's true. You told Neil you want a soup maker, and he said, "What's wrong with a saucepan?" Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with the saucepan, Neil, if you're listening, and if you're not, Ness, write down the time quickly. What is it? We're 9 minutes in. Show him this bit on replay. What's wrong with the soup making, Neil, is that it takes time and effort of standing there waiting for things to boil, not boiling over. You've then got a hand blitz, and then you're washing up 2 items, and it's a pain in the backside. Whereas with a soup maker, you bung it in, you turn it on, and 21 minutes later, it's made for you, and it blends it finer than any hand blender is able to. So that is what the difference is, Neil. And to be fair, like, let's be honest, you can put anything in a soup maker and it makes it absolutely quick and easy and delicious, and it means you can do other things. So if you wanted to make a soup, you could bung it on while Ness is doing a video, and then 21 minutes later, as Ness is going, do all the good things. Thank you very much. Bye. As Ness is saying that, you can go, here you are, my darling. Look, I made you a lovely soup. So there, just like that. Just like that. There you go. Well, you're kind of with them to be, no, a soup maker, seriously, they are like, of all the things of all the things that we have in the flat, I would say the air fryer and the soup maker are the two that we use probably every single day. We barely put the cooker on now. I literally just on the only thing I use on the cooker is the hob to steam the vegetables. Everything else is done in the air fryer. The soup maker, like how often do you get the saucepans out and your blender, and how often do you actually make a soup? Probably not very often. Whereas with the soup maker, because it is literally right, what have I got? I mean, I literally like chopped a courgette into three. The half a pepper I had, I just grabbed the bits, the seedy bits, pulled those out, rinsed it under the tap to get rid of any other seedy bits, and I just tore it up into strips by hand. Didn't have to worry about doing anything, chopping it finely or any of that, because the soup maker does it absolutely all. It is phenomenal. Not a nominal, but it is phenomenal. You've binned off the men, told them I have no more to add. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. You're like, I've got nothing else to say to you. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Eddie, what are you doing? That's the neighbour building a garden. Don't worry, mate. Oh dear. So yes, I absolutely think that soup makers are, for me, like they've made our life so much easier, and especially for being on plan. Now I'm back on plan properly hardcore. Like it just makes life easy, and it means you get all your vegetables in, and literally a cup of soup, that's like a portion of cabbage or a portion of veg. So when you're doing your 5 a day, like 1 cup of soup is a portion. So that makes it super easy. Super. Anyway. Right. What we're going to do today. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the magic wheel. I'm doing the magic wheel. I'm doing the color wheel today. But before we start, I've got these cards. And partly through watching Nessa's video and partly just through wanting to do a little bit of self-care really in with this on these videos, because I thought, why not? We've got quite a good platform here, so why not like just promote self-care across the board? So I pulled out these cards. Now I've got to say, this type of card I normally find super toxic. Okay, it's the think yourself happy, because everything can be, if you just change the way you think, then that's going to cure everything. It doesn't work that way. But if we take off the stupid branding, these are really nice examples of trying to find. Good morning, Mary Jane. Good morning, my darling. These are really good cards for trying to find examples of the oh, hang on, I keep getting distracted by the chat. Anita says, by the way, your new inmates, Bo and Roxy, have arrived. Lovely 7-month-old kittens. But you have news. Oh, go on then. What's your news, Ness? Neat. God, my brain is I struggle to function, don't I? So while we wait for Anita's news, I'll tell you about these cards. So they're basically just little things to give you like a couple of moments during the day of how can I put this, of basically finding a way of finding your happiness, if that makes sense. So you just kind of go, I'm just gonna do a couple of things just to reconnect with my happy place, if you like. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to pull 2 of these cards at random, and we'll set them as like happiness tasks of the day. Oh no, you took Bo and Roxy for neutering, and turns out Roxy is pregnant. So only Bo got his bits chopped off. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my. So you're gonna have a whole bunch more kittens. Oh, I mean, but she's only 7. That's 7 months. That's really young. Anyway, right. Let's have a look. So I'm gonna randomly cut the cards, and we've got the read something. Oh, now this is interesting because I've now got a pile of books next to me. So this says read something. As long as you enjoy it, immersing yourself in the words is a transportive experience and will give you a burst of positive energy. So yeah, if you're reading a positive book, it can even be a self-help self-help book. I thoroughly recommend Louise L. Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. It's a really interesting book, that one. It's probably from like the 90s or something, or the early 2000s. It's certainly been around for a long time, but I can recommend that for self-help books. But I also have like a bunch of books that I'm going to be reviewing for the other channel. A couple that Neil sent me, a couple that I used to own that I'm just kind of re-reviewing, and a brand new one, which is so interesting. I really want to crack on with those. I've also got some tarot to film later for the other channel. I might have a new deck. Oops. And also the tarot collection video. Not my collection, but the one that builds that I've subscribed to. So yeah, so I'll be filming all of that later. But anyway, when this says read something, I think reading for pleasure is a lovely thing to do if you've got time. I really, really genuinely do, because it's something that, like, I don't know about anybody else. I quite like reading stuff that I've read once before. Do you know what I mean? Because you kind of know how it ends. And I know, like, I've got a bunch of Terry Pratchett books over there, and I know I can dip into any of them and I can disappear into that world, and all of my real life problems are taken away. All of the issues that I'm dealing with day to day are gone, because for the time that I'm reading it, I'm in that world. I am literally part of that world. I am in it. You know what I mean? So that I find I love doing that. I love reading for pleasure, not just reading like how-tos. And I like in fact, I think all of the 6 books that I've got there are all magic related. So they're all kind of like resource books rather than reference, rather than sort of pleasure books. So yeah, you're going to have tiny teeny kittens being born in around 7 weeks. Oh, Lord. She's young, but you'll look after her and make sure she's okay. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Nate. Oh, my lordy, 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 lordy. Right, let's do another card. I've just cut the pack again. This says, this is a good one for today. Not that, but yeah, I'll explain. It says, get nostalgic. It says, look at me. I've got my glasses here, and I'm just like, no. Grab that photo album or spend a few minutes thinking back to all your happy memories. Wedding day, birthdays, babies being born, beloved first pet. Celebrate the good times and smile. So yeah, I think those two are quite interesting. Read something for pleasure. Get yourself an old book or something. I mean, this is that nostalgia thing as well, isn't it? For me, it's like, I like reading, but I like reading stuff that I kind of know what happens. I know it's an oxymoron, because, like, obviously the first time you read something, you don't know what's going to happen, but then you do. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, read something. And for me, I would put these two together and read something that I've already read. In fact, I might even pick up a 7th book to go through. I might pick up one of the Pratchett books. Or, do you know what I was thinking the other day? I was thinking, I might start reading again the Suki Stackhouse series, the ones that they turned into True Blood. I was like, I might start reading those again. I don't know. That's weird. You were looking through old photos this morning. Well, there you go. You see, look through old photos, get a bit nostalgic. Don't do the photos that make you cry, but all the photos of good memories and happy times and all of those things. So yeah, I do. Actually, I don't do that, because I tend to live very much in the present. I don't think too far into the future, and I don't think too much about the past, to be honest. I try not to. So yeah, at least I really, really try not to. But it's a hard one. It is a hard one. Thanks for reminding you need to change your dressing. Change your dressing, Ed. Change your dressing. Nanette, you like to read, but it depends on how you're feeling, if you wanted to read a new book or one you've read before. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I do take quite a bit of comfort in some of the books that I've read. They're like an old friend. If you haven't read a book for a while, and then you're just like, oh, and then you start reading it and you're just like, it's just like a lovely hug. It's just like a lovely warm hug from a close friend. So yeah, absolutely. Right then, I'm going to talk about the makeup that we're using today. Before I do, I'm going to drink some more soup. So yeah, bear with me, everybody. Sorry. I should really have drunk it before coming on the stream, but it's fine. I normally got my coffee, haven't I? So I'm going to have some coffee actually, because I haven't even had a single coffee this morning yet. Can you believe it? I know, right? I've been up for a while as well. So then, oh, let's talk about the color wheel. So if you know what the color wheel is, then you already know. But this is a color wheel. I've got a bit of stringy something from my soup in my mouth. This is the color wheel, and basically, do you remember when we were all at school? You probably learnt the primary colors, which were red, yellow, and blue. Well, it turns out that's slightly wrong. I know, right? I know, because it actually should be yellow, magenta, and cyan. Those are actually the colors. So cyan is kind of like a turquoisey blue, sort of ish. Magenta is obviously that deep pink. And basically, the reason that's come about is because of the way that the colors actually work, and the way that light reflection. I can't say my words. It's the way that light refraction works. So yes, you've got on. If I put this to the top, like so, yeah. So I put that right to the top. If you look, when you've got the yellow orange at the top, so you've got this one. Hang on, which way is it? Oh, it's so hard on StreamYard. So you've got this one at the top, and then you've got the cyan type blue, and this has actually got the red on it, but it's yeah. So that anyway, that's the color wheel. So yeah, basically, so you've got your three primary. Oh, this is so hard doing it this way round, because I keep wanting to turn it the wrong way. So yeah, you've got your three primary colors. Now the way that it works is that certain colors complement others and certain colors don't. So you know, sometimes you could be doing your face and you're like, oh, I'm just going, I mean, let me show you, let me show you this one. Right, so I've got a bright, this is the Revolution Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise, right? So really bright colors. And you might think to yourself, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this sort of corally pink, although on camera that's looking really orange. That's really weird. But yeah, you've got this corally pink, and I might put that with, I don't know, like this purpley shade here, and I might use that with that green. And you just randomly pick the colors. Well, you know, when you've done that on your face and then they start muddying and they just go that sort of brown shade and everything starts to sort of blend, it's because the colors are like not complementary on the color wheel. And it's also because if the colors don't look right, it's because there are certain colors that, like, if you pick one color and if you add red to it, for instance, like, so we've got this yellow on this side, so we've got the lovely yellow, and you add a little bit of red to it, you end up getting this orangey color. Well, those two colors go really nicely because one is just a different version of itself with the added red, right? So those two colors will go well. But if you start jumping a couple, then you start getting this random sort of like, does that go with that yellow? Like this purple, does that go? You know what I mean? So there's a whole theory around color theory, and about color placement on your eyes. So if you notice, I always tend to stick to very similar shades, or I stick to like my own color story. So pink and purple for me are my favorite colors, because again, when we look at the color wheel, let's show you the one where it's a bit more. So if you look on this one, when we go down to the shade here, so this is the main color is red, and then you add white, and it goes, you know, it goes down the sort of colors. So you add white, you get this lovely pink color. Well, next to that, this side, next to that pink color are all the purples in the color spectrum. So those colors automatically, there you go, let me put it there. So those colors automatically kind of work together. because you're just taking that pink and adding a bit of blue. Equally, you'll find palettes that are blue and green, like this color book, right? It's blue and green, because again, you've got your green shade, or rather you've got your blue shade here, so we go to the blue at the top, and all you're doing for that is adding in the yellow, which gets you the greens. So again, the way that the color wheel works is, there you go. If I show you it, so again, and we all, I mean, you all know this, you know, you've got your blue, you add your green, you add your yellow, and then you add a bit more yellow, and then you've got, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Anyway, so when color theory comes into makeup, there are some colors that you know will be complementary. So when you look at the color wheel, you want to have a look at things that are next to it are complementary. So again, we'll go with our lovely deep green. So that's the green. So the blue tones, sorry, that's the green, right? So we've got our aqua tones are complementary to green. So the aqua blues and going into the blue spectrum. And then obviously you've got your mid greens, and then you've got your yellows and golds. But a green and a green and a purple, for instance, are so far like apart from each other that they don't complement each other. But you then get this really odd situation where, bizarrely, a rich royal green actually complements, you know, a pillar box red, and they actually work well together because they are directly opposite on the color spectrum. So if you want a bold eye look, if you use a color that is opposite your main color, for instance, so like, I don't know whether anybody saw yesterday's look. I'll try and put a photo up on Instagram, actually. And basically what I did yesterday was like greens, but then I topped it off with the, it was like a bright blue eyeliner from Fenty. And then next to that, I put the navy eyeliner from Revolution. So I had a really interesting, like, lots of green, and then a bright blue, and then a dark blue, partly because of the leggings I was wearing. I was picking up the colors from that, but partly because those colors really suit each other, and because I gradiated it from a really light green up here down through a darker, no, it wasn't up here, but you know what I mean, up here down through darker greens into that sort of almost aqua-y field, and then I ended up sort of, you know, with the two blues on my eyes. Anita, you thought the color wheel was about choosing colors opposite. You can choose colors opposite. Opposite is complementary, absolutely. But you've also then got, hang on, what's it called? Yeah, so they are called analogous. So you've got complementary colors and analogous colors. So the analogous colors are the ones either side of your main color. So that's basically, again, let me show you up here. Let me show you this bit, right? So again, because the colors are so close to each other, if you take, if you use a bright red in your, say if you use a bright red as your main sort of upper, say you're doing a look, right? So you're doing a look and you want to put a bright red on your mobile lid, but you then want to have it deeper out here. You can either go deeper down the same color spectrum, so you add black basically, and so it goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, or hang on, where's the adding black? Here we go. So this is how this works. So let me show you. There you go. So that's your red, and then down here is this deep burgundy color because you add black, so you deepen it up. So you can start off with your bright red and then take it all the way out and take it through the color spectrum, so you get a really deep burgundy or something, or like a dark brown, but like a reddish brown. So that's one way of doing a complementary color using the same monochrome. So again, you can also go like a light white through, or like a pinky white through a bright pink, like Barbie pink, into. So you can take it down that spectrum by going white to pink and ending up with red on this side, or you can go, oh, hang on, okie doke, love. What Instagram? Which one? Hang on, Kirsty. What? Right. Okie dokie. Kirsty's been despannered. I don't understand why. Let me have a look, love. Let me have a look. Right. Let's have a look on the back end. Sorry, everybody. Bear with just a second. Oh, no. Why? Why is YouTube being a bugger? Let's have a look. Right. Let me go into my back end. That sounds so wrong every time I say it. Am I the only one who thinks that? It's like, oh, going into the back end. Ooh, naughty, naughty, naughty. Right, let's click on. No, I don't want to click on that. Right. Hang on, let me see if I can fix it. At least we're on the right channel. We are on the right channel today, aren't we? Yes, of course we are. God, right, okay. Oh God, you're right. Why is that? Why have you been taken off of spanners? Hang on. Hang on, love. I'm looking for you. Right, it's not on there. Oopsie. Right, okay, let's just cancel out of that. Right, let me try and find you. Let me try and find you. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Yeah, I thought Kirsty was quiet as well, to be honest. I was like, oh, I'm having this really interesting discussion about like stuffs. Hang on, can I stick this on the YouTube without it wanting to act like a booker? Let me have a look. I'm sure I can somehow. How can I get this up on YouTube? Right, I've got my headphones in, so therefore it isn't going to be a bad thing if I, right, okie dokie. Let's try and sort this out for you, Kirsty. I'm going to try and do this right now on the live stream, so just bear with 1 second. There we go. I'm now going into my own live stream. This is going to cause all sorts of flollops. Kirsty, there we go. Right then, Kirsty, add moderator. There you go. You should have mod status now again. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, have a look now, love. Try posting now. Can you stop licking her ear hole, please? It's disgusting. Right, try posting now, Kirsty. Yay! She's back! She's back! I did it while I was live. Look at me go. Anyone would think I knew what I was doing. But I did start the first 2 minutes with a muted microphone. So, you know, whatever. So yes, anyways, about the color wheel. So yeah, so you've got analogous colors, which are basically the colors where you've got your main color and then you add either like whatever color it isn't. So if you've got a color that is like green, if you add red tones to it, you're going to get mud, basically. But if you add yellow or blue, because green is made up of yellow or blue, you're going to deepen it or lighten it. So that all makes, hopefully that makes sense, right? And then you've also got these other ways of doing it. So you've got your main green here, complementary color dead opposite, but then you've also got, pardon me, you've got split complementary colors, which means you can put them like they don't look horrendous next to that green. So that's the green at the top, and then these two here these two here either side of that red. So a red orange on and a violetly purple. So a purple leaning onto the red side of things. Those will go with that one as well. Does that make sense? Still part of the crazy gang? Absolutely, absolutely, my darling. So yeah, there's all sorts of different ways of, I can't read the little text on this. There's lots of different ways of doing these. By the way, I've put a link in the description box to one of these if you want to have a look from, I think it's like £2.30 from Amazon, if anybody wants to get one of these. But there's all sorts of different things. So it says here, a split complement, choosing one color and using the color on each side of its complement on the color wheel. That's what's called a split complement. So you wouldn't use the red, you would use the red orange and the red violet, if that makes sense. So there's lots of different ways. There are lots of different ways. There's also a tetrad, which is a contrasting color. So if you want a contrast, you can use, it says a contrast of 4 or more colors on the wheel. So basically, that's where you go. Hang on, let me see if I could do it. So it's that one, that one, that one, and that one. So when we've got contrasting colors, we've got the yellow and the blue are contrasting, and then the orange and that violet as well. So you've got different colors that you can use as contrasts. I don't know whether I'm explaining this very well, to be honest, but there's lots of different bits. When you're looking at it, you've got your primary colors, your secondary colors, and even your tertiary colors, which are basically a tertiary color basically, right, is where you mix one color with the color next to it, because like this green, right, okay, I'll show you. So the green, if you mix yellow with that green, you get this green. So a bright green mixing some yellow, you're going to end up with a lime. However, if you do the bright green, the deep green, and this green, you'll get something in between the two. That's called a tertiary color. Anyway, all of that is color theory, and not a lot of it makes any sense on its own. So let's put it to the test on my eye holes. That's what I think we should do today. We'll put it to the test on my eye holes. Now, I've got my Team Project can. So yeah, I've got all of that there as well. And then I've got lots and lots of colors in terms of, oh, by the way, Anita, your birthday present is still sat here. So don't worry about the post. It is still sat here. My effed up fibro brain. I'm so sorry, my darling. I've got another thing to post out to someone as well. And I'm literally sat here going, oh, I thought I'd done that. No. All I can say is I'm all 6s and 7s because, you know, I don't have the husband here right now, obviously. But yes, so then all of the color books that I own, I've got, which are the Makeup Revolution color books. So we've got the yellow and yellow to orangey reds, which I will show you. So there we go. That's what that one looks like. Beautiful. One side shimmer, one side matte. So this takes us all the way from the bright canary yellows through the oranges to the reds sort of spectrum. So that is a beautiful, I love that one. I've also got, did I not tell you all about the box of Christmas prezzies that I can't find? No, you haven't said anything about that, my darling. Right, so I just noticed this one of these shades is a bit crumbly. So then we've got the pinks and the purples, which again I really like. So we go from the reds of this into the pink tones, and then we start adding the blue, which gets us back towards the green side of things. So we've got the purples, not the richest, most purpley purples in all honesty, but they're perfectly fine. And then you do go into the blue spectrum, which is the blue and the green one, which is one of my favorite palettes. And I keep looking at, is it Sample Beauty or Ace Beauty on Beauty Bay that have got a very similar palette? I think it's called like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like I think it's a 12 pan, or might even be a 10 pan, and it's basically got some of these colors in. And I keep looking at it going, wow, that's amazing. That is so beautiful. And then I remember, yeah, but I've pretty much got it. Like, I've got it. And then I've got their black and white one as well, which I think many of you have seen. This is a lot like the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette that you all know I adore. And I know Ness, no, yeah, I know Ness has got that. Box of prezzies for the Isle of Wight lot that were all wrapped and packed. I dressed up ready to send, and now it's gone missing, but I know I didn't send it. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yes, there is that. And then I've also got, as you saw, that Bird of Paradise palette as well, which I adore, just in case there's any colours that we want to give a bit more of a pop to. And then just because this was sat here, I need to be a bit careful with it. It's the Revolution Pro Celestial Trends, or Trends Celestial palette. There's a broken shade in there, which I'm a bit disappointed about. But anyway, so yeah, I've got tons and tons and tons of colour. So I guess, first of all, I guess what we need to decide is what the primary color for my eyes is going to be. So what is the color we're going to start with? So this will be the color. It's driving you mad, but you'll find it eventually, probably, love, and you'll probably find it like halfway through the year. Yeah, halfway through the year. God Lord, good Lord. Kirsty says a red. Hang on, I haven't even voted yet. So when I'm talking about a primary color, we can decide on a couple of things together. So we can either have a color where we start with that color as like the main focus, and then we build up to that color, or we build away from that color. Or so Kirsty says red, so we could do a red, and then I could show you why a sunset eye works, where you go from the yellow through the orange into that red. That's quite a boring kind of transition. That's just a standard color wheel transition, where literally all you're doing is move the color wheel, move it round. That's literally where you're just going. This is why a sunset eye always works, because you're going from the yellow, adding a little bit of red, adding a bit more from the yellow, adding a orange to that yellow to create this mid color, then adding more orange to get to an orange, then adding more red, and then you go into that deep red. You know what I mean? So that's quite a simple way of doing a color wheel. Again, the green to blue transition, the blue to purple, the pink to purple, all of those are quite simple. Or we go for something where, like, that one color that we choose is going to be the block color on my lid. So effectively that's going to be my shimmer shade, and then it's about building up the colors and about building up the patterning all around it. So what do we think, everybody? Do we think we want to go for, okay, my darling, or go with yellow then, because you can add, morning Holland, morning, then you can add red on one edge and blue on the other for a rainbow-esque look. Okay, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, but we're going to put it to the vote. So then the vote is, do we use, so first of all, do we pick a main color that we then do a transition with, so we build up and away from that color? Or do we do a bold color, so a transition shade or a bold shade? So the bold shade is where it will be on my lid, and we've got to build colors around it that kind of complement. The transition is where the main color is led up to or from. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Right then, we're going to play the little jingle thing. So decide now, bold or transition. Bold, one color on the lid. Transition, it blends up to that color. And vote in the chat if you're live now. Let's have a look at the chat. Kirsty says bold. Holland says transition. Anita says bold. Nanette says bold. Okay, Little Miss Budget says bold. Right, okay, so we are going for a bold shade. This is going to be, you're putting me all to the test now, aren't you? You're like, All right, Lise, the gloves are off. We've had this nice and easy for the last few months of doing these. Now it's time to get serious. I know, right? I know. So then, okay. Oh, Anna's South Wales here. Anna, hello, my darling. You say a transition shade as well. I know, right? So then, what do we think? So, of all the colours, do we want to go for a primary colour, or do we want to go for like one of the others on the wheel? So, how to break this down? How to break this down? Right. Okay. So we'll go primary, or I guess random, right? Primary or random. So primary is yellow. We'll go with the yellow, the red, the cyan, the yellow, red, blue. So not the magenta. We'll go for the red, yellow, blue, primary, or random, which will be one of the other colors. So one of the blended colors. Okay. So then, are you all ready? Are you all ready? Primary color, blended color. This one's going to be difficult for me. This one's going to be interesting. Right, let's have a look. We've got, oh, primary, says Kirsty. Holland says blended. Primary says Ness. Primary says Anita. I think it looks like it's going to be primary. Okay. So then, oh God, I've got to film after this. Just remember, this is going to be really putting my makeup skills to the test. Right then, so if we're doing a primary color, we have three options: yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue. Into what spelling? Is that the one on screen? Have I spelt it wrong? Oh, have I? On what? Her? Hang on. I spelt it right there. Where have I misspelt it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Okay. I'll have to have a look now. Right then. Red, yellow, or blue? Vote now while I check my spelling. I've been using that for weeks. Oh Lord. Oh God. Thank you, Holland. Oh God. Right. Okay. What have we got? Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. So we've got. Oh gosh. That's funny. We've got a blue. 1 vote for blue. 2 votes for blue. 2 votes for yellow, and 1, 2. What? Yeah. That doesn't make any. Right. Okay. So we've literally got 2 each. So, all right, Rubes. Ruby, you don't have to drink all the water. No, you can just drink enough until you're not thirsty. Yes, I know. Come on then. Up you get, my darling. Come on then, old girl. Come on then, old girl. Good girl. I know. Come and see everybody. Can you see everybody on there? Look. Can you see everybody? Look. Right. I don't think Ed's still on. I think Ed went. So then, right, I guess, well, what's the best way of picking? Hang on, I know what we'll do. Red. We'll call that. We'll call. Hang on. We've got a red, and we'll call that one blue because it's got blue in it. Right then, so I've got a red for red, a yellow for yellow, and a purple for blue, because I haven't got a blue lipstick that isn't in the same range by the same person. I don't have a blue JSC one. I've got greens and I've got other colors, but I haven't got any in that shape. So these are basically, although this one's a different brand, it feels exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is, with my eyes closed, we are randomly going to pick one. So I literally cannot feel the difference between them. Hang on. So what did I say? The yellow was yellow, the red was red, and the purple was blue. Right, okie dokie. So we're going to have, I can't feel them. So we're going to have the middle one, that one, which is blue. Okay, so we're going with blue then. So blue is going to be the shade on my lid. So that's going to be the shimmer shade. So then, right. You can't even get Rufus to decide. No, he might be popping on later, but he had to get up at 6:15 this morning to get his dad ready, because his dad was being picked up to go to hospital to try and get the catheter sorted out, so possibly get it taken out today. So his dad was getting picked up at 7:30, but they didn't actually get to his dad until 9:20. So that was interesting. Okay, Eddie. Good boy. Right then, so we're going to go with the blue. So then, do we go with a complementary color? Hang on, let me get that on the wheel so it's all set up. So do we go with complementary colors? Or do we go with hang on, do we go, oh really? Okay, these are the options: complementary color or split complementary color, which is a bit more difficult. So the complementary would give us the orange, and the split complementary would give us the it's really hard, the main blue, which I have to make I have to blend with or work with the yellow orange and the red orange. So these two colors here. So then we've got blue, we've got complementary, which is going with reds, and we've got split complementary, which is yellowy orange and reddy orange, so the orange shades. I think that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right, okay then, hit it. Let's have an interactive. Nobody voted. Right, I don't think that made sense really, did it? So yeah, we can go. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Split, orange, red, split. Right. Okay. So most of you have said split. Okay. So we're going to do split. People have voted. Right then. So let's choose the blue. Do we go with a? So the blue's got to be the shimmer. So that's where we're going to start from. So with the blues, do we want to go with a, here we go. Do you want to go with this row, the top row for the shimmers, or the second row? So the top row is the darker blues. The second row are the more sort of, we go from a sky blue, sort of aqua blue here through the turquoise shades. So the top blue, I would say, is the denim shades, and the second row is the paler blue shades. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So top row or second row? Let's nail down the blue, because it's going to decide where we go. Okay, top row or second row? Let's have a look. What have we got? Second row, second row. Okay, so we've got 2 in for the second row. Anybody else voting? Go for it now. Second row. 1 more and it's conclusive for the second, or you can go for the darker shades if people prefer, which I really like the darker shades because these are really nice. But okay, second row. Everybody's gone second, right? Okay, so we're going for the second row. Right then, so as per the color wheel, let's go with a... Eddie's dragging one of his shoes across the floor. That's funny. Right then, so we'll go with the... So the bluest blue, if that makes sense, on the top row is probably... sorry, on the second row is probably this one here. So yay, we're going to go with that one. And then I've got to then match in my shadow colors. So we're going to use that. So that would be slightly, yeah, so the yellowy orange and the red. So that's going to be on this palette. Okay, so the yellowy orange and the reds. So I'm not going to vote for these because this is already, you've all picked this already. So we've got the yellowy orange shades, which is probably going to be this peachy row, this one here, one of these two, and then the reds. So that would probably be, I mean, the most red is that it's the red orange. So the most red orange row is going to be probably that middle one. I think that's the most red orange. So yeah, so that peachy one mixed with that one with then that bright blue on the lid. Right, okay. Okay, right. Okay, we're gonna make it work somehow. Right, okay, let's get the makeup out then. Right, you're really challenging me today, everyone. Thanks. I actually mean that because this is going to be quite interesting to see whether I can actually pull this off or not. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Nanette. I really am. I wish I could do something for people's pain, more than just doing like a healing ritual or something. I really do. All I know for me, like I just keep taking all the meds, and yeah, it's really, it's tough. It is tough. It's really tough, to be honest. I feel for you when you're in pain. I really do, my darling. I really do. I know, like, this light will go over soon. Kirsty's going. All right, my darling. You have fun, Kirsty. You'll see it on the replay and see how a look turns out. Have a lovely day, my darling, and speak Sunday. Yeah, you will do, my love. We will speak soon. Take care. I'm trying to avoid the light. There we go. Step into the light, Caroline. No, don't. Right. So I'm using my eye primer, which is the Eye Elements in Core from Revolution. This is doing really well, actually. I did use a fair bit of this. I don't know whether people saw my Team Project Pan video, but it's been going okay. It's been going okay. I have, every time I've done an eye look, I have used this because it's kind of like, right, okay, let's use the blooming thing because I've got to be using my products. Your doctor doesn't have you on medicine but one. But if you've got fibro, like, you might need some pain on that. Yay. Thank you, Buzio Shovbers. Thank you very much. You is about to be like blocked. Oh dear. Bye. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye, Buzio Shovbers. Talking about some dodgy prawn. Prawn, we all know what prawn is. Some dodgy prawn site. Yeah, no thank you. So then just applying this all over the lid. I mean, it might make it harder to blend, but you know, we are going to be dealing with some blending issues today, I can tell you. So let's go with that. You just take that all the way up like so. Oh, I've got a bit of mascara fallout still there. Right, I do have my micellar water and my cotton round. So this is one of the daily thingy ones that I got in the rocker box, which was quite useful, to be fair. It really was. So yeah, right, let me just do a quick little bit of wipe away just there, because I managed to get all of that eye primer on my lower lash line, which isn't good. That's not what we want. Right then, so let's clip my hair up. This is a hair up day. A hair up day. This is going to be a, oh my god, the hair's going to be, I mean, you know, it's a look. The hair's going to be absolutely all over the place. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Nanette, if you're not on any pain relief or anything at all, then it's like, I don't know how you're supposed to get through the day, to be honest. That I could not function. I mean, I am in no way, shape, or form recommending anybody use the pain pills that I'm on, because they are super strong and potentially addictive, but they also actually work and allow me to function. So yeah, you know, without it, I literally can't function. It's a bit like when Rufus isn't here. You've all seen me like struggle to function when he's not physically with me. And it's the similar sort of thing, to be honest. When I'm not on my pain pills, I can't physically function, and when my other half isn't around, I struggle to emotionally function. And it's all the same sort of, you know, support and everything else, and all of those things. Nightbot, the alias you set this command to be of, YouTube, does not exist. Okay, Nightbot, I didn't know you were still around, my friend. Thank you, Nightbot. Nobody knows. Anyway, right, let's do the, can you see I'm trying to drag it out of having to do this eye look. Right, okay, we're just going to go with it. So we are doing the second row of each, won't we? So we're going to go with the peachy tone, which on this one here is, we're going to start with this tone here, and I'm going to take this as my transition shade. By the way, I really enjoyed it last week, everybody, when you all did the Nikki tutorials. I really enjoyed that. Everybody's looks were fantastic. Nanette, you still got to do your look. We still need to see that on that there Insta. Right, let me just lay this down. So I'm just using this across the entire sort of upper portion of my lid as a transition shade. I'm not really worrying too much about putting it like the darker place anywhere, because it's all going to get blended, and that's quite a nice shade, actually. I've got to say, with these color books, if you get a chance to pick them up, I have seen them on Depop for like £5 or £6. If you get a chance to pick up the color books, I would recommend it, because overall, whilst we all know that Revolution shades aren't the best, they are good enough to work with. And if you can pick these palettes up for anything less than £10, you're getting so many shades that realistically, if you get, there's one more that I haven't got, which is the browns, which I probably will end up getting. But realistically, if you've got those 5 palettes, you don't need any other palette ever, unless you want to replace a shade when you hit pan, because there's so many different shades in them, and there's across the entire color realm, that actually they're kind of, you know, with those palettes, that's kind of all you need for just about every single color out there. I've just got my color swish just here, by the way. And yeah, the quality isn't up there with like JSC or like Pat McGrath or any of those. But I would say, in my opinion, the color book colors, the formulas, seem better than in their standard palettes, apart from in the tin ones, the Forever Flawless ones, because I like those. But you know how Revolution can sometimes be a bit hit or miss. I am personally finding that the color book shades are more hit than miss. So like that's always a good thing. Always a good thing. Right then, so those are that's the peachy shade, and I will take a little bit of it, just a tiny bit now on the brush, and just take it up just past where that just past where that eye primer is. Just take it up quite high. I don't want it too high, but obviously I do have very droopy lids, so that's a thing. And then I'm going to go in with the orangey reds, which is this row here, and I'm probably going to use this one here. That's the more orangey of them, although this one on camera is looking very orange. Maybe we'll dip into these two together. Actually, there's not a lot of color difference between them, and that's the only thing I would say with these color books, is that some of the shades are a little bit redundant, to be honest. See, I mean, look at the colors. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these colors at all. You know, the pigmentation is there. I'm probably going to end up doing a bit of a cut crease because we need that blue on the lid to give us the side complementaries. So yeah, just blending it again, holding my brush fairly, like it's fairly at the end. There's nothing really at the end. Byron's here. Good morning to Byron. Hello, my darling. How are you? I hope you are well, my friend. I really, really do. Today's eye makeup has been picked by everybody on the stream, and we are doing a split complementary look based on the color wheel. So they have picked for me a royal, a sort of quite a nice blue that is going to be the main shade on my lids in a minute, and we're going to blend to that blue by using the complementary shades, the side complementary shades, which I am slowly adding onto my eyes. So this is going to be a very interesting look because we've kind of got a sunset look going here ish, and I must say that looks far more pigmented on camera than it does in real life. In real life it doesn't look quite as insane, but it is, you know, it is bold. It is bold. This isn't a look for necessarily for everyone. I do get that. But then again, when are my looks for everyone? Love the detectives. You love the detectives. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What do you mean? What detectives? What? What? Oh, the eye choices. What? How did that become detectives? What? Right, so I'm probably going to take that slightly further in than my natural, the way I do my eyes tends to be. I want it a little bit more, I want it a bit more editorial, I think a bit more editorial, if that makes sense. We're going to go for something a bit interesting. Now, to make that blue work, I think I'm probably going to end up, shall we just do a cut crease? Should we just do a cut crease? I think we should. I think we should do a cut crease. Right then, if we're going to go for a cut crease, I am going to bring in one of the oranger shades, which is this one here, this slightly more tangerine shade. And I'm going to use this as a blending color just to kind of, to really pick up this sunset vibe that we've got kind of going on, and just to blend that into that peachy tone that we used at first. And that's the peach tone going on again. So I'm just using that to kind of to blend it in a little bit, so the colors are a little bit more blended. If you look now, it doesn't go muddy. You can see, hopefully you can see, there's the brighter bit here with that peachy tone, and then it goes to that slightly deeper orange, and then we go to that more red brick color almost. So again, going back in with the red brick color, not a deep amount, but I'm just going to deepen that up, because if I do a cut crease, everything above the crease line is going to be gone. So we'll do a cut crease. Why not? We'll do a cut crease, and we'll do something interesting with the eyeliner as well. So I'm just using a smaller brush just to go in and add a bit more colour in. How's everything going, Byron? How's your mum? I've not had a natter with you for a long time. How's everything going? Like, are you still backwards and forwarding, helping, looking after? I've got to say, Byron, I don't know whether you know that Rufus is out and about at the moment. He's in that there Essex, helping out his mum and his dad, because his mum had an infection and ended up in hospital, and his dad got knocked down by a car doing 45 in a 30 zone built up area, overtook a van that had stopped to let his dad across the road, overtook it on the side of the road. Oh no, that's the wrong shade. Right, okay, hang on, changing brush then. Where's the orange one? There's the orange one. Going back in and blending this one. So yeah, his dad basically got knocked down by an idiot going 45 because the van had basically stopped and went, go on, go across. So his dad was crossing the road. Like, imagine this is the van stopped, let him across. So his dad's crossing the road like this, and then the car comes, overtakes the van, pulls out into the middle of the road bit at 45. So yeah, that was a whole interesting thing. So but luckily he survived, because it was very bad. It could not have gone that way. It might have gone a lot worse. Right, I'm trying to stick to this color palette that you've all given me, using that peachy tone there, and really dipping in and really using a light touch to blend that up, and take in that orange shade so it blends from the peach through the other colors. So yeah, that's what we're doing with today. Yeah, still a lot of back and forth. It's very draining, but coping okay. You'll know from Rufus having to do it. Generally, you're all good here, thanks. Yeah, I mean, he came home on the weekend and I did not let him do anything. I was like, no, your job is to sit down on your bum all weekend. Like that, and that's literally all. I cooked every meal. I did all the washing. You know, I was a proper 1950s housewife. Like, and I did all the jobs. All the jobs you can think of. I did all the jobs. I was Stephanie Jobs. Yeah, not Steve Jobs. Oh no, Steph Jobs. That's who I was. Yeah, all the jobs I did. So you know, he had a nice relaxing time. Lisa, are you matching the cushions behind you? Oh God, yes, I am. Yes, I am blending in with my furniture. That is my plan today. So eventually I'm just going to sit here and you won't even see me. It'll just be like I'm wearing camouflage. You chose it. You lot chose it. We could have had a bright red with that blue, blended through purples. We could have done all sorts. You all chose it. You all chose it. Oh, thank you, Nanette. Nanette says, if you are liking this live stream, please give Lisa a thumbs up. Yes, do that. Do that. If you haven't already, do that. I can't see when I'm on StreamYard. I can't see how many likes this video has got. So if you could tell me down in the comments, that would be good. By the way, on all of my videos now, if anybody wants to know the makeup that I'm using in my videos, generally they're listed down below. So all of my Team Project Pan is listed down below. So this, apart from items that are out of stock. So also spoilers, if you notice down below, I've got a different setting spray to the one that I've got now. So because the one that I've been using, the So Dope one, they've discontinued, and they had it in the sale, and I tried getting 6 more and they were sold out. They haven't got any. So this is literally the last of one of my favorite. This one was released when the So Dope palette was released, which I might also have, you know, next to me because I was using it the other day. So yeah, this was released with that. The palette is still available. The setting spray now isn't, and it's literally like my last dregs. Oh, what have we got? Hang on. We've got, you can only think of 2 jobs, Judge. Well, yes. You've got, hang on, what's that say? We have 6 watching and 7 likes. Yay! Thank you to everybody doing the thumbs up. 7 thumbs up, says Nanette. Thank you very much. So yes, that is kind of what was I saying? So yeah, so the one that I am bringing into the pan team project pan, the project is my Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. So this is going in instead. So this is one of the ones that is linked down below. I love this one, and I think I found a decent price on the one down below. I found them all on Amazon because it's all full disclosure. It's an affiliate link, which means it doesn't cost you anything, but I think I get about 2 pence if you go and buy something or something. I don't know how any of this works. I'm trying. I'm doing all the things that you're supposed to do. So I'm trying. I know, right? People will say, you're very trying, Lisa. I am. I'm very trying. But yeah, so if you want to know any of the stuff that I'm using, like the foundations, the Fit Me and the Dream Radiant are listed. The mascara is listed, the Ico one. The only items that aren't listed are items that are discontinued, like my eye primer. But I am, I don't know whether I need talking into it or talking out of it. Anita, help me out with this one. You're my Jiminy Cricket. Conscience Cricket. What's the thing from Pinocchio? Is it Jiminy Cricket? Right, hang on. You can tell I've just sat cross-legged. I'm putting my brushes down. Let's have a chat. Yeah, grab your coffee, everyone. Let me stick my specs on so I look a bit more, you know, a bit more something. Hang on. A bit more like a celebrity when I put these on with my dark glasses. No paparazzi, don't, no. No photos, please. No photos. No. Oh, go on then. One autograph. No photos. No photos. Respect my privacy. No. Superstars are allowed a private life too. I'm just that way out today. I'm just that way out. You're my conscience. Exactly. Right. Hang on. No, what it is, Nate, right? I am loving this eye primer, and I've probably got a fair bit left. Like, in all honesty, I mean, it's so weird because when you turn it that way, it looks completely empty, but there is a fair bit left, right? So obviously, I don't need to replace it just yet, but I am starting to kind of run low. Now, this is no longer made, which I am gutted about, because this is the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Core, and they don't make it anymore. Partly, I think, because this was a dupe for the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, or MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I don't know of any other company that's done a dupe as good as this, and I really like using this now. I've got into, through the Team Project Pan, it stopped some of my laziness when it comes down to doing my eye makeup. I used to do my base first and then do my eye makeup, and it would just be like, right, it's all going to be fine. And I wouldn't go as exaggerated. I wouldn't go as bold because I didn't want to have to redo my eyes, redo my base. With this, it sticks, it works really well. And it's so much like the MAC one that it's beyond ridiculous. If I could get more of this, trust me, I would, but I can't. So do I buy the MAC one? It's like, I think it's like £18. And there's also a liquid Ruby Woo that I have had my eye on since they released it, and I haven't got, so I do not have a statement red liquid lip. Actually, that's a lie. I've got one by Sleek, but it isn't a formula that I particularly like. Now, the issue I'm having in my head is that I could order this and a Ruby Few, the liquid lipstick, and it will probably cost me like 35 quid for the two, which is a lot of money for 2 items. Now, I also know full well that the paint pot I really like, or I like this version. I haven't used the MAC one in probably 10 years, right? Probably in 10 years. I do have an entire collection of JSC, but I've got the minis, I've got the mini greens and some of the mini nudes. but I don't have a red. I don't have a pure red in any of my liquid lipsticks apart from the one by Sleek, and I wasn't overly keen on that formula, which means I don't tend to wear it. The only red I've got is this glitter red, which on a daily basis doesn't really work. So I don't want to buy new JSC at full price. I'm only ever going to buy JSC from here on in, or the only way I'm going to get JSC from here on in is if it's a gift, like these were from Rufus, or if I found it in the sale. Like if they do another sale, they're the only ways I'm going to buy JSC for my conscience. So I'm giving him less money and he's getting less profit, but I'm still getting the products that I like because I do like his quality. Just that's the way I'm squaring that circle in my head. So yeah, did I not send you 2 different red lipsticks in your Christmas box and birthday box? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Um, yeah, you did. And I've also just realised. I've also just realised I've got a red Steeler one. Oh, but I want the Ruby Woo. I want the Ruby Woo. All right, I won't buy the Ruby Woo until I've used up at least 2 more of my red liquid lips. Okay, you did. But that. Oh shit, you did. You sent me the NARS one. That's in the bedroom. That's in the bedroom. Liquid lipsticks are the bane of your life. I heard you say that, Ness, that you don't get on with it. Yes, you did. You did me. Oh my God. Right, I'm not buying Ruby Woo then. I'm not going to buy Ruby Woo. Do I just buy the paint pot? Do I just buy the paint pot? Or actually, if anybody knows of a dupe for the MAC Painterly paint pot or the paint pot in the shade Painterly, if you know of a dupe, please let me know, because this is the only eye primer that I actually like the wet ones that go on a bit like a thick concealer. I don't like those. The only thing they're good for is doing a cut crease, which I'm going to do in a bit. But yeah, I do have a liquid lip, so I don't need to buy MAC. I just want, do you know what it is? My MAC Ruby Woo, the dry bullet lipstick, is getting to the point now where it's so dry it's uncomfortable to put on. So that's why I was looking for like the liquid version, a new version of it. But you're quite right. I have liquid lips. Thank you very much. This is why I need all of you to stop me buying shit. I'm sure there must be another dupe out there somewhere, says Anita. Yeah, absolutely. There probably is. I just can't seem to find it. Like I've looked, and I think W7 did a dupe of, was it that one? Was it W7? I can't remember. Somebody did a dupe, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I read some reviews, and they said it was terrible. It wasn't. It was one of those like Profusion or someone, like one of the copy brands, and it wasn't Revolution, because that one's good. Can't remember which one it was, but yeah, there must be another dupe. If anybody knows, please let me know, because either that or I'm just going to bite the bullet and go and buy the MAC one, because again, they do last a long time. What's the Revolution one is called Eye Elements, Revolution Pro Eye Elements, and this one is in the shade Core. Now, when Revolution stopped making them, they had other shades that were still available when they took this one off. So I think they got into trouble with MAC, to be honest. I think they had a bit of an issue with MAC, like, because it was such a dupe. It really is. But yeah, no, but I do love MAC. MAC was the first company that when I was on stage, that was the company that we just bought our colors from, because there weren't any other decent brands. So I do like MAC, and I do like their quality. I think they're amazing. But yeah, we'll see. Right, one coffee down. I feel a lot better after that coffee. Got another coffee to go. This one's got some salted caramel syrup in. So yeah, I'm loving that. By the way, again, if anybody wants to use the coffee code, if you look down below, there is a code for Packed Coffee. And Packed are the ones that I get my coffee from. The code will give you £5 off, and I think I get a discount on my next order. I think it's been running for about 18 months now, my subscription to Packed, and they send you like coffees that are made. This one's been made from one person, the new one, by one person, and it names the person, so you know who he is, and you know, sort of, it gives you a bit of details on the back about the farm, so you know how it's grown, you know when it was packed, you know when it was ground, all of those things, or roasted, you know all of those things, because they send you it. And it's, for me, it's $7.95, because I get I think there's a $6.95, a $7.95, and a $8 or $9.95, and it depends on the different blends that you like, and it also depends on the fair trade price. So basically, at the $7.95 point, I think the growers at that point get so much more than fair trade. I think it's like the lowest price you pay, I think they get 20% above fair trade, and I think this one gives them an extra 50% or twice as much or something like that. I can't remember, but it's a good one. It is a really good one. Yeah, do. What are you looking at buying then, Nanette? Since you're so good at keeping Lisa from buying stuff, how about you keep me from buying stuff I don't know, Anita? Yeah, absolutely. What do you not want to buy? Tell us what you don't want to buy, Nanette, and we can steer you right. I will say I am sat here though with 6 books to read. I got 4 more pairs of leggings. By the way, do you want to see the leggings of the day? You know, yesterday on the live stream where I was wearing my alien leggings, today we've got, look at these spell bottles. There's stars, and then the bottles, the jars, have got like sparkling moon water or something in them. So it's like magical leggings. I love it. I love my leggings, I do. Hello. This is my Sharon Osbourne voice. Oh, Ozzy. There we go. Why do I have to be the conscience? Because of the wonderful things she does. Because you're the sensible one, Anita. I wonder, how did that happen? When did you get to be the sensible one? Jesus. I know, right? I bet you never thought that 20 years ago you'd be referred to as the sensible one. Anyway, let's crack on with some more colour on my face. Can you tell I'm trying to put off adding the blue? Can you tell that? Can you all tell that? Right, eye elements in core. So we're going to do a cut crease, which means I need to get either the, well, we'll do it with this actually. So what have I got? Where's my concealer brush? Am I going to use this little brush? Do I really want to use a little packing brush? Oh, I haven't got, oh, I can't do it because I haven't got my concealer brush. What's that? Elf. Apparently the Elf Putty Eye Primer is another dupe. I haven't. That might be a good one to try actually. And that might cure 2 birds with 1 stone, because it gets it's a brand new item that I've never tried. So it clicks on the trying new items thing, whilst also kind of, you know, it's a lot cheaper than the Revolution one. Right then, so what? Holland's just sent a sticker. Why, what? Holland, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, though. Oh, Holland's just sent a super sticker. Have a diamond. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. That is seriously lovely. Oh, thank you, Holland. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh, thank you. I wish it showed on here what it actually was. Let's see if I can go onto the YouTubes. Will it let me? Will it let me? No, it won't let me go back on it. Anyway, thank you very much, Holland. What are we on? 1 hour 30. I will have a look at that on the replay. Thank you. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Holland. I was looking at your it's 149 towards your 2 Revolution palettes you like on Amazon are reduced. All right, come on then. Let's all do a little. Let's all help each other, not buy shit. Let's all help each other, not buy shit. Right then, you are quite right, Anita. That is 149 towards the towards that. Right. So, Ness, what are the palettes, and how much are they reduced? And do you have anything in a similar color story? Let's look at that. Right. You buy too much stuff, Anita. That's to do with witchcraft. Not Anita, sorry, Nanette. Right. Go and listen to the podcast that we did on the other channel. So if you don't know, everyone that's watching this, I have a second channel, which is called Beyond Authentic. The I in authentic is a 1, the number 1. It's a weird and witchy channel. So it's all about witchcraft and magical things. In fact, look, I can show you, because if I click this magically, ding, up here, go to that channel. That's the other channel link. If you go to this one, you can see lots of witchy stuff. And I'm also going to be doing some tarot, some more tarot videos, talking about more tarot decks that I've got. I've just bought a new tarot deck. I know I need stopping. And I'm going to be doing a series of videos where I do a deep dive into tarot. And starting on March the 1st, I'm going to be doing 100 days of divination. So basically, I'm going to be using my tarot cards. I am going to be going through all of them, going through the cards. I'm going to do a card of the day. And I'm also going to do videos where I break down each of the card meanings, what they mean for me personally, and how I have got to that meaning on the card from the keyword. Because for some of them, they're very similar. For some of them, there's a whole journey to get there. So that's going to be something I'm doing on this channel coming up soon. March the 1st for 100 days. I think that ends on June the 9th, which is my birthday, coincidentally. I didn't know that. When I said to Kirsty on the live stream I was doing it from March the 1st, it was just, that's a good date. So I think that ends on June the 1st, June the 9th, around June the 9th. So it would take me right up to my birthday, give me a couple of weeks break before I do a whole summer solstice series of videos as well, because I'm going to be doing a deep dive on that again this year. So yeah, so if that sounds interesting to you, go and check out this one here. Right then, let me change the branding back, because, you know, I'm all about the branding. There we are. Look, back again. Buymeacoffee.com, and back onto this one. By the way, go to Instagram just here if you want to see looks of the day and food of the day and frittatas and all sorts for Slimming World. Right, I've just seen some comments pop up. What we've got: you've got enough pallets. That goes to all of you. I know, right? Well, I know, right? Ninette, you just bought £600 of used books. Oh, hang on, Ness, hang on. Right, hang on. $600 of used books, that's a lot, but books are knowledge and books are good. But also, Nanette, that's what I was saying, go across to the other channel, have a look at the witchcraft on a budget. There's a few videos about that. There's a podcast about that, and there's a few other videos I've done. Like, used books are good because, again, books are phenomenal things to own. But did you need $600 worth? Like, I've currently got 6 books here. 2 of them were sent to me by Neil as gifts, which I'm going to read and review. 2 of them I picked up cheap on eBay because they were books that I used to own, and I wanted to have them back in my collection, because they're on the sort of the not as light and fluffy side of witchcraft. And then the other one that I bought on eBay was one that I keep seeing the title page, like the cover, and I'm like, I've seen this book for so long. I think it was like £2.35 or something in the end. So I was like, and then I like a £2 postage. So I was like, look, it's less than a fiver. If I was in a charity shop, would I pay four quid for this book? And I was like, I probably would, just to see what the hell it's all about. So yeah, I got it just for the sake of that. And then this other book I've got is the only time I've bought a new book, unless it was for a gift for someone. It's the only time I bought a new book in the longest time. And that's one that's come out. I've seen a couple of reviews on it and it looks phenomenal, and I really wanted it. But apart from that, the rest of my books, like, you can download books, you can get Kindle. There's so many different ways, but books I won't say are a bad thing. Forever Flawless Midnight Rose is £5.55, and the Makeup Obsession in the Neon Jungle for £3.95. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna run. Did I have the Neon Jungle? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, right. Hang on. Hold on. Right, go in the bedroom. Go on. Go in the bedroom. I'm not the bedroom. Go back in there. Right. Let me have a look because I thought I had the Neon Jungle, but it's not in my drawer, which means it could be in my declutter pile. Or maybe I didn't have the Neon Jungle one. No, it doesn't seem to be in here. Maybe I didn't have it. I thought I had that one, you know. I thought I had that one. But Ness, you do have a lot of the Forever Flawless palettes. And to be honest with you, the Forever Flawless palettes, the color story and a lot of the bright ones of those are either just as good or better than the Makeup Obsession one. The Midnight Rose, you don't need that at all because you've got that Morphe red one, the red and pink Morphe one. And the Midnight Rose is very similar. And to be fair, I've got the, hang on, I've got the, where is it? It's here. I've got the Enchanted palette, which came out at the same time. I don't like it. I'm going to do a choose it, use it or lose it on this and on the other one. And spoilers, it's being retired. I'm not decluttering it because this is the one that started mine and Kirsty's journey together, which has led to our friendship now. So I'm not going to declutter it, but it's not a great palette, to be honest. It really isn't a great palette. So this is just going to get retired and is going to stay in my sort of history drawer, if you like. So yeah, but the Neon Jungle, I've got to admit, is one that I have looked at a few times. I thought I owned it already, but I've got the Rady Daylight palette, and I think that was the same sort of one. So yeah, goodbye, block user. You've got both of those palettes, Nanette. That's really, you bought multiples of the same book. Right, now I have done that, but only if I'm sending them as gifts. Are you sending them to people as gifts? Like why would you do that? Right, let's add the blue. Let's add the blue. Shall we add the blue? Right, I'm using my foundation brush and I'm picking up the eye primer, a little bit of the eye primer, as you can see, and I'm going to try and do a cut crease. Now, normally I use a smaller, flat, dense packing brush for this, but I don't seem to have one. You really need to, what's that? Stay away from the Amazon. Yeah, I mean, Amazon's good. The question is, do you need that palette? Could you dupe it with your own stash? Certainly the Midnight Rose one you can, because that and the Morphe pink one that you like, you've got that color story, to be honest. And to be fair, like, I have that same FOMO about makeup palettes, Ness. Like, for me, it's the JSC Jawbreaker palette. That is on my list, and I keep looking at it, and it is such a beautiful color story. And then I look at this and go, but a lot of these colors are in Jawbreaker. And then I look at, you know, look at the colors, look at the books that I've got, look at all the palettes that I've got. I don't need it. I don't need it. So yeah, for that reason, I didn't. You didn't realize you were buying more than one. Can't you return them? Can't you send them back? What? How did that happen? How did that happen? You keep saying no, you have them colours. Exactly, Ness. You absolutely have those colours. Brian used to do that with his sister's book because he hated seeing them in charity shops for 50p. I used to do that, you know, and it was with Terry Pratchett books, which now you can't find anywhere. And what was the other one? Hello, are you getting up then? Come on then. Get up then. Thank you. I can't remember. There was another book that I used to do that to as well. Because again, it was one of those that I was like, no, no, you shouldn't be in a charity shop. You should be loved. But then I have that reaction to a lot of things in charity shops. And again, I've got to stop myself. Right. Here we go, everybody. Attempting a cut crease live. So to do it. Oh, that's not going to work on that brush. That was a stupid idea, Lise. Why did you do that? Right. Let's go in on my finger. Some of them you can return. Well, the ones that you can't return, like give them to friends, put them on Depop or eBay them, or things like that. You like send them to random YouTubers. I'm joking. I know how expensive it is to send stuff from the States or to the States. Right, let's put this. I'm putting this all over the mobile lid, but not all over. So I'm putting it, I don't know whether you can see, there you are, like, yeah, you can see. So you can see where it's like, it's there, but then I haven't gone fully into my lid. Now, the reason I've not done that is because with my droopy, old, wrinkled, crinkled, crumpy ass eyeballs, my eyelids, sorry, not my eyeballs, my eyelids, because the skin is so crepey and so like meh, if I take that any higher, that droop is going to come down, and I'm going to basically transfer the primer from here is going to transfer onto the upper lid. So just be aware of that. If you are in your 40s or later, or you've got really deep hooded eyes, which can happen at any age. I've always had hooded eyes. I've got pictures of me as a toddler with hooded eyes. But if that's you and you are applying a cut crease, or you're doing any kind of something like that, just bear that in mind. Ed's back. That was fun. What happened, Ed? I hope you're okay. Did lovely Nurse Boobalicious? Did Nurse? No, let's not fetishize the NHS workers. Did the lovely nursing staff come and support you in a lovely supportive way? Put it that way. Or did you have to go for tests? Or I know you were changing your dressing. Your eyes are nothing but a hood. Tell me about it. That's why my makeup tends to be so high. I am really lucky that my natural eyebrow line was quite high. It was already quite high. So when the eyebrows died off, when they tattooed them on, they just kind of kept the eyebrow. Although, like, I do think when I keep looking at my face, either one side of my face is really drooped, which I think is actually, I think my left side, I think it has had a droop. But yeah. Oh, you've got a couple you were thinking about sending me. Oh, Nanette, like the cost for sending something from the States to over here is ridiculous. You don't have to send anything at all. Ness, don't forget, one of the palettes that Anita's sending you is the new Neutrals blush. So that's pinks. I don't think I've tried that one. Is it any good? Is it any good? Should I buy it? I've got the smoky new. What new neutrals have I got in here? I've got the. Oh, they're both right here. Look, I've got the original new neutrals, and I've got the new neutral smoked palettes. So yeah, I've got those. This is all in my declutter bag. I need to actually do something with them. If any of the spanners want any of these palettes, let me know. Yeah, it's the Huda dupe. Well, that's what these two are as well. This is the dupe for the nude palette, the Huda Naked Nudes or whatever it was called. So it's the dupe for that one. Again, I mean, can you see me wearing these? Not really. Not really. And then this one was the dupe for the ... don't remember, some other smoky one. And again, this is a really pretty palette, but it's just too muted. It's just, it's a safe palette. So again, if spanners, if anybody wants them, let me know. Let me know. But yes, let me know. Oh, what was this one? Oh yeah, the be passionate about. Oh, these are all the ones. Stop looking at palettes you've already decluttered, because I'm going to want to buy more. Let me have a look. Right, there we go. Well, if you can return them, Nanette. Well, I tell you what, Nanette. Let me know what they are, and I can either send you postage, or I can like buy them off you if I'm interested in them. I don't know, whatever you want. But let me know. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. I've just wiped it on my sock. That was a stupid thing to do, Lise. Well done. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what they are. You don't need the others right now. No, you don't. And also, if you want any, like I literally have a whole bag of palettes that I decluttered, and I need to do the other collection videos actually, because I've got all my I'm not that I'm going to declutter my mascaras and give them to anyone, because you can't really do that. But anyway, right, so my eyes are now primed and ready. I'm just going to make sure that this one, right then, here we go, cut crease time. And what were we doing? We were doing the blue, weren't we? The second shade in, and this is the shimmer shade, right? Because this is a shimmer, let me take the shimmer on my finger. What are the books, Nanette? Let me know what it. Oh, that's very. This is okay. You lot picked it. I mean, it's fine. Right. I can blend it in with a purple on the outer corner. That might make sense. Right. Okay, then. Here we go. So remember, these are split complementary. That's a very bright blue, isn't it? That's a friggin' budgie blue. I've got budgie blue on my face. Budgie blue on my face. Right, I'm gonna have to override you all and go for a slightly deeper. Well, I would go for a slightly deeper blue, but that's horrendous. Right, is that going to be? Yeah, right. More of a royal blue, I think it needs. More of a royal blue. So I'm going to use this one on the outer corner and just blend that in a little bit. There we go. Look. I mean. Okay, I've got to film later. It's fine. We'll make it work. Trust the process. Trust the process. What the hell have I got on my eyes? Right, okay. Let's just do this. It's supposed to be. Oh, wow, that went up too high, didn't it? It's supposed to be. Oh, that's because it's all over my finger. It's supposed to be complimentary. So, right, we're just going to then add the budgie blue. Come on, fingers. Good Lord. Right, there we go. Add the blue, add the blue. Trust the process. Make it work, make it work. We will make it work, Nate. Don't worry, Nate. We'll make it work. We're going to put that blue on the outer corner, like so. Deepen up the blue. A little bit more of the blue. Deepen it up. Blue, blue. Deepen the blue. Blue, blue. Oh, this is proper 80s eyes. Look at this blue. Good Lord. What are we going to do? Right. What we're going to do is, oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. We're going to go in with a little foam packing brush. And I'm going to use the pale blue shade in the inner corner. Just to give me, no, I'm not. I'm going to use my finger then. Just to give me a little bit of brightness. There we go. So there's a little bit of a transition with that blue. like so. And then I'm going to go into the, no, I'm not. I'm going to stay on, no, I am going into the purple palette because the purple will blend a little bit with the, oh, hang on, which is the, oh, that's a hard pan. Right. Okay. A bit of hard panning. But the purple should help blend that red and that blue together. Right. That's, oh, shit. That's the theory. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, it's fine. It will work. We'll make it work. Right. Add the deeper purple on the outer corner just to blend that up a little bit. There we go. You can see there I've sort of gone overboard with that. So there we go. We deepen that blue up, that purple up. So take it up through the red spectrum, and then we're going to bring the red, that brick red, back into play. So already, look, with that blue on, I think that works really, really well. Right, okay, let's go with that brick red there. And I'm also going to take that one, which is the one we've been using, this one. I'm going to go up a little bit into this almost brown red. So again, using that, taking it from that purple back into this sort of deeper shade, just to deepen up that crease line. So really blending that red back in, color switch, and then going in with the brick, those two brick shades. So the slightly more orangey of the two brick shades, because it is that orange red. So we're going to take that one up as well. And this is really going to test these shadows, actually, because you could end up with a muddy mess at this point. So wish me luck, everyone, because we could end up proper muddying up this look, which I don't want to do. Because at the moment, although it is very bold, it won't be once I add, I might even do, should I do lashes? Have I got any lashes to hand? I don't think I do, and I don't want to run in the back room again. So what I might just do is do like a good coating of eyeshadow. Wow, we've got all the Russian bots today. All of them. Go away, block user. There we go. That's the third one today. What is it about liquid lipsticks, Ness? What is it about liquid lipsticks? You look like you're a visitor from the 80s. I know, right? Hi, everyone. So for today's makeup science workout, we are going to do our, do you know what? This is what I used to look like when I did cheese zumba. So it's zumba to all the cheesy dances, okay? So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. My boots scooting, babies, driving me crazy. My obsession with the Western, I can't floor flame. Rodeo, Romeo, my cowboy guy from head to toe. I know, right? You need to find the books before you can tell me what they are. Wow. Has it been that bad, Nanette? Good Lord, good Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Right, but it is very 80s, especially with a hair like this. I feel like I should be in a pop music video. I wanna be Bobby's girl, I wanna be. So I was reading Just 17 magazine the other day, and they said that, like, I've got to get Daniel because then, like, I did my love score and it said that me and Daniel were best friends and lovers forever. Or something. I can't do that. In your leotard and tights with leg warmers. I actually used to do that. When I ran a pub in Lincoln, we did a night. It was called Cheese Zumba, and it was Zumba to all the cheesy sort of like gay dance tunes. So YMCA, Steps, Big Fish, Little Fish, Cardboard, but all of those. And we did full Zumba workouts to those songs. We did a Vogue routine that was all about working the upper arms and the bingo wings. All of that. It was so good. It was so, so good. Bobby's Girl is more 60s and 70s. It was the, there was a release of it in the 80s, and I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Bananarama. It wasn't Lena Nana Nini Nunu, which was the comic relief Bananarama. There was somebody did it. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, they don't stay on longer than 2 hours and they crumble. Do you exfoliate your lips at all? Do you use any kind of look at me trying to put off the shading. Just do more shading. Right. Do you exfoliate the lips? Do you, like, how do you, well, that looks quite nice now. We're getting a more of a peacocky element to it. Just taking that brick orange, brick red out, and I'm gonna use my, should we just use the blending brush that I use? Yeah. The what was gonna say, are you hydrating your lips with lip balm first? Yeah, that's what I was just asking. You don't have to use a full exfoliating lip scrub, but if you at least put a bit of your, even if you just put your moisturizer on over your lips, or a lip balm or something, just to give them a little bit of moisture, not immediately beforehand, but like half an hour beforehand, and then take it off, so your lips are then, like, the surface of the lips is dry but your lips are hydrated, if that makes sense. That's something I found that helps. Also, it could be the formula, so it depends on what formulas. And also, have you tried putting a lip liner all over your lips first? I know that sounds ridiculous, but quite often what I'll do is I'll put a lip liner all over my lips and then go over with a liquid lip to give me that color. Have any of you watched American Horror Story? Look, and Anita's literally just said the same thing. Yay! That's literally what I was just saying. Yay! Great minds think alike. Have any of us tried American Horror Story? I watched all the way up to Coven. I watched up to Coven, and then so Murder House, Freak Show, Coven, the hospital one, and I started watching Hotel. But I haven't got through all of Hotel yet, so yeah, I'm still working on that one. You've exfoliated your lips and you've used lip balm, not tried lip liner, although I only have one lip liner. Okay. Okay. I mean, I find that my liquid lips do tend to last a fair while. They don't last forever because it's a liquid lipstick, but certainly they last through most of the day. They're still on my lips at the end of the day, but I do have to touch up, especially if I've been eating or drinking. But that's the thing, if you eat or drink, a liquid lipstick will disappear, especially if you eat anything oily. It will just completely go because the oil will break down the liquid lipstick, so it will look fabulous. And then anything more than a coffee, if you have a sandwich with any butter, anything like that, as soon as that oil gets on your lips, it's going to come straight off. But that's the same with any makeup. You've watched it, but you've watched so many horror movies, they all blend together. Absolutely. You don't do horror in it. It gives you nightmares. It's not, I mean, American Horror Story isn't super horror. It's not super horrific. But then again, you are talking to somebody, there's a reason that me and Neil are friends. You know what I mean? Like, both of us were into the sort of the more horror thing side of life. But yeah, I mean, I did quite like, as I say, I did quite like the American Horror Story series that I watched. I will finish watching at some point. It's just at the moment I haven't got a lot of time, to be honest. Like, I know I don't do an awful lot. I remind you of 1984, which was season 8. Oh, what? Because of the eyes? Okay, thank you. I don't mind. Like, the eyes they are what they are. They've become their own thing today, so it's fine. We're making it work. It will totally work once I add in the lashes and the liner. I'm even going back in with that blue, to be honest. That budgie blue. I'm going back in with it just to apply a little bit more. And also the deeper blue, which is going to be on this finger, just to apply a little bit more onto this eye, just because I've blended it all away. And the whole point of today was to do the look based on the color story. So yeah, it is, I mean, it is fairly complementary, I think. Like, the colors work well. I've had to use that sort of purpley shade in between to really kind of take the colors there, but it's fine. You had a couple of lip glosses that would stay on through a nuclear explosion. Oh my lord. Folklore, but you've decluttered them now. Okie dokie. You watch most of the seasons of American Horror Story, but 1984 is disappointing. Still haven't seen it. I will watch. I will get through them. Because I do like the series, but I really like the characters in Coven, and I do know they come back, don't they? So yeah, you probably haven't seen it then. Yeah, American Horror Story is a whole series. I think there's now 10 seasons of it. It's very good, very, very, very good, very, very good. And it's basically like an ensemble or a, oh God, what's it called in theatre? Holland, where you've got a rep. It's like a rep, where you've got like a repertoire theatre. So you've got the same sort of core group of actors that come back each season as different characters, but it then starts tying a season in with something that happened in that season. And then you get these elements where, although it's the same actors playing different characters, the characters are possibly connected as they go through the seasons. So yeah, it's very interesting. Isn't it Ryan Murphy, the guy who did Glee? I think it is. I think that's right. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that is what I want to be saying is true. Just cleaning up the eyebrow area, just because for some reason my eyebrows looked a bit grubby. I don't know why. So yeah, as you can tell, everybody, I haven't dyed my hair yet. I've got it. I bought the hair dye yesterday. It is on the kitchen side where it was when I took the photo. I just cleaned up my under eye. So where I took the photo, and I am going to be doing it possibly after today. Like after I've done my filming. So yeah, that is possibly the plan. Oh gosh, you can see why for that way. Yes, it is Ryan Murphy. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so he's the guy that did Glee. So it's got that similar sort of, you know, altered sense of reality about it. Right, this is my last coffee, or my second coffee, and this one has the salted caramel syrup, so it's lovely. Yes, you were going to ask about the hair dye. Do you know what, that app was really interesting, because I literally was just like, I'm just going to start tap. I didn't know how many options there were. I didn't know where we were going to end up. The only thing I didn't want to do was blonde, like a yellow or that sleek sheet grey colour, the light grey, because it would have meant bleaching it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and have a look at my Instagram just there, where as well as doing makeup of the day and food stuff, I also do random stuff. So I put a little video on saying that I wanted to change my hair colour and did an app thing, and where it stopped, that's the colour that I ended up choosing. I've gone as close as I could possibly do to that actual colour within the hair colours that they had in Superdrug. So yeah, I got as close as I could. Hi Neil, hello, hello. There is Neil with one of the issues of the Necronomicon. The new ones are out as well. Go and have a look at Necro Neil on that there Etsy. Holland's shop as well on Etsy. Go and check that out. Blue Chalice, have a look at that on Etsy. While you're there, have a look at our shop, which is Beyond Authentic. Authentic which is spelled with a Y. So go and check that one out as well. Recommend all of those shopses. Right, now what am I doing? Now I have to make this eye look work. So have I done all the blending that I need to do? Let's have a double check. I think I need to add more of that peachy tone in, to be honest. I know, right? Add even more colours onto my eye. So today's eye look, Neil, everybody has picked. Everybody has picked for me, and I'm just rolling with it. So we are doing this based on the split complementary colours of the colour wheel, and the main colour we've picked is the blue, which is why I've got this blue on my lids. And then the rest of these, the other colours, the peachy tone that I'm just about to re-add in here, just to give it a bit more oomph, and the brick red, that orangey red tone. Both of these are both of these are the complementary colours. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Anita, I did speak to that person that I said I was going to message, and they have replied, and they're doing fine. They're just in a bit of a place right now. So I've said that we're all here for them if they need us. and they said they appreciated that, but at the moment they're just a little bit stressed and a little bit that way out. So I just said, you know where we are, as a community, we is all here. So yeah, I did drop them a message. So yes, I've just realized the more I'm blending out that brick red shade, the more it's disappearing. So I am adding in a bit more of the red. I know, right? This is just going to end up like a whole peacocky bird of paradise kind of bright rainbow eye. But again, I don't mind that. I can rock that. I don't mind bright colors. You know me. After all these years, you lot should be used to me adding all sorts of different colors onto my face, onto my visage, So yeah, right. Not minding that at the moment. Hello, Eddie. You're a good boy. You're good doggies. Right. So then, how are we going to finish off this eye look? I think I need a really bold eyeliner today. Do I go with a blue? No, blue will be overkill. We're going to go for the black eyeliner, and yes, we're going to use the liquid eyeliner, just like so. Ugh. This is the one I got from La Cura from Aldi. It's just a black liquid eyeliner. It's a nice one though, because it is actually a really fine point. And it wasn't expensive. I think it was only like $3.99 or something. So yeah, I do really like it. Like, I don't have a lot of Aldi makeup because my Aldis locally don't tend to carry it all. But yeah, I thought it was very, very good. By the way, Neil, when are you up for filming the next podcast? Because like, I'm ready to go almost any time. Can we reveal the subject of our next podcast? Do you think we should reveal it? I mean, I know it's on the other channel, but the one we're going to be filming, I mean. Because yes, there's now 2 in this month. I don't know whether people have seen it, but over on the Witchy channel, we've just released the podcast where we introduce Kirsty, the Kitchen Witch. We actually introduce her. We talk about like her magical journey, her introduction to magic and witchcraft, how she got started, what her family thought. We go all around the houses a little bit, as we tend to do, because it is a meandering magical podcast. Hang on. Again, you can see how sideways I'm applying it. There we go. There we go. There we go. See, I think with that bold eyeliner, I do think it's slightly taken away from that blue, but it is also, you can definitely see the blue is still there. So I do really quite like that. I wish I'd done, in fact, let me just correct it on here. I was about to say, I wished I had not gone quite as low with that eyeliner, but I can correct that on here because I can just take that up like so. There we go. Look, there we go. That's a little bit better. And the same just under there. There we go. That gives me a nice winged outlook. And already, because I've added that black, it's slightly yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't going to share all my thoughts, but we are going to be talking about whether Neil and Neil are bad witches or bad magical people. And I don't mean bad as in I'll get you, my pretty. I mean bad as in lazy. Are we lazy? Like, yeah. And what makes us that if we are, and if we're not, why aren't we, and what we think about shortcuts in witchcraft and all of that. So yeah, we'll be discussing all of that on our next podcast. So do come and join us for that one when it goes up at the end of the month, because hopefully we are going to be doing more of the mid-month ones. So the end of the month is going to be, that's our regular time slot. And the middle of the month podcasts, they're going to be the ones that are either introducing another person or doing some interviews, or just if we've got stuff that we really want to talk about, we'll be adding in bonus episodes. So yeah, right. I'm using the ICO Lash Alert. Yeah, I thought for a second it was the ICO Black Magic, but it's not. It's the Lash Alert one. Now this I really like. I did lose it for a couple of days, to be honest. So for a couple of days I was using random other mascaras from the collection, and I've got to say, like, what was the other one? I picked up the Princess mascara by Essence, the waterproof one, the one that I got sent last year before. And I don't know whether it's just drying up, but I thought that that was a similar mascara to this, but it really isn't. It's like, this is a really good mascara. And yeah, so I'm really happy with this one. Like, look how with a good coat and a wiggle through the lashes. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. It almost looks like I've got like almost got false lashes on with this. It looks phenomenal. But yeah, we're getting there with the look. We're getting there. We're getting there. It is a bold look, but I do actually quite like how you can see the blue. No, here I'm looking. You can see the blue, and then you can see these ones here. Isn't it amazing? You don't know how I've got time for all these activities. What do you mean? I don't have time. I don't have a lot of activities. I do witchcraft and tarot. I read. I have dogs. I do soups. I do videos. That's about it. I just don't switch off. I just don't switch off. I mean, it's like I've got some editing to do for Tuesday's video. I think we're doing the exotic fruit video for Tuesday, for a tasty Tuesday, and then we're back to a recipe for the week after. I've got, oh, I might do the recipe for this week actually. I don't know. And then I've got, and you've got a shop, yeah, and I'm working on something else behind the scenes. And I've got a whole box of Juvia's Place makeup to review. I like to keep my brain busy is what it is. And like, we don't watch telly. Don't get me wrong. I watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube, but I don't watch any telly. So there isn't anything that I'm like, oh, I must go and watch this, or I must go and watch that. So yeah, you still need to watch the podcast. They are quite interesting, I've got to say. I try and keep them around an hour. We filmed with Kirsty, we filmed for 2 hours and then cut a lot of it down to get the hour version, and to get a nice flow in the podcast. But like, even when it's just me and Neil talking, we can easily get to that amount. You know, easily get to that. So yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just one of those things. But yeah, I do really like the fact that the podcast is it's just friends chatting, and we're just chatting shit, and it's basically just a two-way conversation of us talking shit about magical stuff. So I did quite like that. And we've got a list of topics that we're going through that Neil kindly sent me, along with a couple of really interesting books that I'm going to be reviewing on the channel. Oh God. Hang on. There we go. Give it a wiggle at the base, a wiggle at the base. Give a little wiggle at the base. Oh, poke myself in the eye. Well, I've got to say that is a complete mascara fail today. Look at that. 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 if you spend time making videos, your shop stock plummets. And then if you spend time doing art, you've no time for doing videos. And then if I spend time focusing on church stuff or jewelry, yeah, this is the thing. You do have to really, you have an app on your TV on YouTube, and you're on YouTube all the time. Yeah, I mean, we've got the YouTube app on the PlayStation connected. But to be honest, I prefer just watching it on my phone. I really do. Partly because, like, I've always got my phone on, and partly because, actually, I don't know. Oh, because it's easier to navigate, isn't it, on your phone? Hang on, I'm just cleaning up under my eye. And just, I've got to say, when these are new, there's so much fluff fallout. I've just applied fluff into my mascara. That's good, isn't it? That's exactly what you want in life. Right. Okay. So then we're kind of almost done on the eyes. We're not quite finished, but it is time to do the rest of my face. So then let's use my primer. I've had this upside, you stupid cow. Right, I've had this upside down, so all of the primer's gone to the bottom and there isn't a lot in here. So I'm gonna have to tip that one back up the right way and put that in there for the next time I do my face. So my other primer, my other one is well, it should be in here. That's where everything lives. Right. Hang on. Let's have a look in the bottom. It's so hard. It's so hard. I found it. I was going to say, it's so hard when, like, all of your makeup lives in one place. No, it's not. What I was trying to say was, it's so hard when everything is just thrown in the bottom to find the items, but it actually makes things a lot easier. How are you finding it, Ness, with your Team Project Pan? Because I've got to say, this is the primer that I'm using. I've nearly used it up. Look, nearly used it up. In fact, today may be the day where we call it quits. Oh God, yeah, it might be actually. Oh, don't tell me that. I'll have to go in the back room again. Right, let me just roll it up. Oh God, no, I can't get any out. Wow. Oh, there's a little bit, look, a little tiny bit. Come on, get out the tube. Right, I'm gonna have to cut the tube down. Wow. Here we go. Cut the tube. Wow, that is a lot. Right, okie dokie. And then if I put the lid on, doing really well with this, look, doing really well. God, I didn't think I'd be at this point already, but here we go. Look, just using using a brush and just taking all of that primer out. That should be enough for my face. And then, yeah, that's it, all gone. That's it, all gone. Right. So there we go, live and empty. I mean, it's only a mini size, but that's an empty live on the YouTubes. So then, I like this primer. This is the Photoshop, the Photo Finish Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Oh look, I've got some of my hair fibers now. Oh, that was what was on my eyebrows. It was my hair fibers. That makes sense. And there, look, that makes sense. Good Lord, I wondered what was on my forehead then. I was like, what's that? It's my hair fibers, because I shook them. Oh, and more fluff getting everywhere. You are really enjoying it and using the palettes loads. I finished up some skincare in the Primark foundation. Well done. I'm getting such a good sense of achievement. Look at that fluff. I get such a good sense of achievement when I'm getting close to the end of some of these products, especially because it really is making me really like or really hate certain things. And I'm not swapping anything out yet until we get to the next quarter. So we've got another month of using all these products still. which I don't mind. Oh, wow, there's really not enough. There's really not enough. Is there any more I can scrape out of that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I've literally taken everything out of there that I possibly can. Right. Okay. Um, let's try and take it off the forehead now. I mean, luckily I'm not going out anywhere today, so I can just kind of use the primer and really kind of scrape it along my face. Yeah. So it's not like it has to be weatherproof or anything today, but it does have to sustain, you know, some filming. But yeah, I really like this primer. I've got 2 more mini samples of it, and then I would buy it, I think. But it is again, it's like £28, I think it is, for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer for a full size, or is it £18? Can't remember, but it's not cheap. But it is very, very good. But the Revolution one, I think I said in the video last month, the Project Pan update, the Revolution one is very, 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 very similar, to the point where it's almost exactly the same. However, it's also discontinued. It's also no longer available, which is a pain in the bum. Because again, this is the thing with Revolution and their fast fashion. You kind of get used to a product and you like how it looks and you like the finish and you love it and you use it all the time, and then they discontinue it. How annoying is that? Right. So we're going to use the Dream Radiant foundation today, just because I'm in the mood for that. And I'm also missing my glow drops. I really am. I want to go back to using my glow drops. Luckily, we're still in wintry time. And we've got 1 more quarter until the refresh. So another month in the beginning of... Oh, no, it's not another month, is it? Because this is only month 2. Oh, I was thinking then the beginning of March, but it won't be. It's the beginning of April. That's fine. I can add me glow drops in April. That's fine. You might just give up on doing tutorials. You think some knobhead commenting yesterday that I made him watch a kazoo tutorial and he still didn't understand, which was somehow your fault. Oh, hang on. Let's get Russian bot number 4. Russian bot number 4. Hang on. Goodbye. Don't, Holland, ignore people. Ignore comments. If comments are negative, just ignore them. Honestly, like, if you've done a tutorial on a, like, you choose to watch that. If somebody doesn't understand it, they can go and watch another video, or they can go and do something else with their time. You know what I mean? Nobody forces anybody to watch. Oh, that coffee's so good. Oh, it isn't salted caramel syrup, by the way. It's gingerbread syrup I got in B&M. Get up then, Alvy. You don't have to wait for an invitation. You can just jump up. Come on then. Come on then. God, it's not an invitation to the royal ball, is it? You're not waiting on a footman to come along on a velvet cushion and hand you a gold envelope. Is that what you want? A personal invitation every time? No, because I know you're going to try and kiss Mummy. Don't kiss Mummy. Mummy's doing her face. No snoggies. No doggy snoggies. Alvy says hello, by the way. Look. Hello. Don't you? You say hello to everybody. I know you is missing Daddy as well, aren't you? You are. No, I kiss you. Don't you kiss me? Because I know where your tongue goes. Yeah. Let's not talk about where her tongue goes. But yeah, I know you're missing Daddy too. I know. You've had your ham this morning, haven't you? And you've had some biscuits. Some, I don't know what they are. Dog. I don't mean like num 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 dunking a cup of tea biscuits. I mean like dog biscuit things. You've had that this morning, haven't you? And you've been out. Yeah, you have. You had a good old run around the garden and you were playing with him. And look at Ruby. Ruby's asleep. And you're like, can I please get up on the sofa, Mum? I need a personal invitation. Don't you? There we are. You're a good girl. You are a good girl. Can I go back to doing a face now? Can I? Can I go back to doing my face? Good girl. Right. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Foundation. So the Dream Radiant She says, if you're not going to hug me, I'm going to go over there. The Dream Radiant I really like because I do like the slight kind of sheen that it gives. Now, I wonder if I can still do what I was planning to do. I was going to today try and see whether I can make foundation brushes work, because I'm not very good with a foundation brush. I do have my blending sponge here. So if I start failing miserably with the brush, I'm going to try the blending sponge. Now, I do have the Spectrum brush. This is the one that came in the rocker box. I love Spectrum brushes. Just love them. Just love Spectrum brushes. I've got to say that. I was always one of those people. And in fact, I had a conversation with Kirsty about this probably 18 months ago, saying, I don't understand why people spend a lot of money on brushes. Like, a brush is a brush is a brush is a brush. Like, apart from a really super cheap one, all of the mid-range brushes, they're all pretty much the same. And they are, and I would kind of agree with that, but we've got sub mode on. We've got sub mode on. That's a good point. Sub mode should be on. Oh, it should be. I set it. Monetization is on. Oh, it's not. Sub mode wasn't on. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Anita. I thought sub mode was on. I'm not putting slow mode on, but I thought sub mode was on. Wow. It should be on now. Wow, wow, wow. 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 I clicked the monetization button and I clicked the live replay button, and I'm sure I clicked the sub mode on button. I didn't put slow mode on because, you know, I thought there's no point on a Thursday. We don't get a lot of people commenting every 5 seconds. But yeah, wow, that's really weird. YouTube has been really funny today, as if it de-spanned Kirsty. Right, brushes. So I normally end up going super heavy-handed with a brush, but I was watching Robert Welsh do his makeup the other day, and he used a brush not too dissimilar to this, and he absolutely just kind of went in really lightly right at the end of the brush as I hold mine, and really did a whole thing. Yeah, absolutely, Holland. You know, it's not, what's that, you know, it's not very, no, it's just not very encouraging when you get bad comments and you don't have time for it anyway. Just make a video whenever you can, or like make a video while you're packing orders or while you're making a product. Like, do those sort of videos. I watched Jane Gammons. Have a look for her on YouTube. She used to do a lot of Slimming World content, which is where me and Rufus know her from, but she's now got her own soap and bath bombs and all of those sort of producty business that she makes from home. And she does a video where she packs those items. So she'll actually do a come pack with me, and basically she'll just pack those orders and interact with people on the live. And sometimes she'll talk about new products and things and give exclusive discounts and put them up on the website or whatever. So yeah, like things like that always work. That's always a way you can blend and make content while you're doing other things. But as Neil says, it still classes as an interaction and one for your watch count on YouTube. Exactly. When people don't like anything I produce, then I keep doing it as an FU because I think I run on spite. Yeah, absolutely, Neil. Absolutely. Like when I started, there were lots of transphobic comments, lots of negatives. And I was just like, do you know what? Screw you. Because that just shows me that, you know, trans voices are needed on YouTube in the beauty world. Like the fact that you're saying and all this transphobic crap, that just shows me, in all honesty, that, you know, we need to normalize the fact that trans people exist, and some of us like to wear garish, outlandish makeup and some of us don't, and that's perfectly fine. And I am just happen to be this 45-year-old trans woman living her best life, having a blast, playing with makeup. And, you know, there is a space for me here on the YouTubes, and I'm carving out that space as much as I'm carving out my eyebrows or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I also think that sometimes, and like, to be honest, the beauty videos that I do get bugger all views. Like, if we were just talking about like doing stuff for the YouTube algorithm gods, then I would just make Slimming World recipes. That's all I would do. Slimming World recipe, what I ate today, Slimming World haul, Slimming World, Slimming World, Slimming World. That would be all I would make. But that would be so boring. That would be so, so boring. Like, we are going to be doing more Slimming World recipes. So again, I'm just taking the smallest amount of this foundation on the brush and just going to build it up. I've got more fluff from that blooming pad thing. God, it's everywhere. I look like now it looks like a proper 80s. I look like I should be a yuppie because I've got all the you know, it's flown all in the air. You've all watched Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street. That's not what it's called. Hound of the Baskervilles. Werewolf of Wall Street. What's it called? Beast of Wall Street. Murder on Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street. Is it the Wolf of Wall Street? It must be that. It must be that. Anyway, putting a little bit on, and then doing lots of, I don't know whether you can see, doing a little bit on and then doing me lots of things. Oh my God. Oh, it is Wolf of Wall Street. Your friend's in it? What? Neil, you know Hollywood people. Hello, hook me up. Like, I could be the next Ellen DeGeneres because she's a bit of a cowbag. So yeah, I could do that. Hook me up, Holland. Hook me up, Holland. Hook me up, Neil. Hollywood is calling, is what I was trying to say. You had someone tell you you should not use NARS mini mascara because it was not cruelty free, so it'll only make me use it more on videos as it's your choice. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, literally, look, I'm sat here with a whole bunch of lipsticks. Many of them are JSC. Now, I do use my JSC lipsticks. I probably won't buy any more at full price because I don't like Jeffree as a person, and I don't want to support somebody with like that. But by the same token, I also believe very firmly that people can change. And I also believe very firmly that if you have products by somebody that is then cancelled, well, you've already spent your money on that product, right? And also define cruelty free, because some brands like MAC are not allowed to be called cruelty free because they sell in China. Now, does that mean that MAC ever test their products on animals? No, because they don't. Does that mean that they use animal ingredients in some of their products? It depends, probably with the carmine, but apart from like carmine made from crushed beetles, which we don't talk about, but apart from that, like, are they using other animal derivatives in their products? The answer is I don't think so. I think they are, a lot of them are vegan, I think, apart from the ones with carmine in. But just because a product is sold in China doesn't mean that that company supports what the Chinese government do. And it's a really interesting debate because, like, I tend to only go for cruelty-free products. Again, all the JSC stuff is cruelty-free and vegan. But again, you know, it's a balancing act, isn't it, that each of us have to do. And like, one of my favorite palettes is the James Charles and Morphe palette, and I really like it. But of course, James Charles is a despicable human being. Would I buy any of his makeup, any of his range again? Absolutely not. But by the same token, I bought that palette for less than, I think I paid £16 for it from Morphe's website in the sale. Now, I bought that after James was cancelled, to be honest, because I wanted to try the product, and also because I know how all of these things work. And of that £16, he maybe end up with 50p. You know what I mean? So whilst, yes, he is getting my money, he's not getting what he would have got from a £40 pallet. And with a lot of things, if you look into any single company, right? Any company out there will be things that that person has done in the past that could cancel them. That's whether it's an indie company or whether it's a big company. Like we were just talking earlier, and I was saying, go and check out Neil's Etsy, Holland's Etsy, and my Etsy. I can guarantee you, if we dug through my past, Neil's past, Holland's past, there would be things that we've said in the spur of the moment that could be considered, you know, sexist or racist or homophobic or transphobic. There'll be things that we've said that we don't genuinely believe, that were just meant in that moment, that were either a slip of the tongue or something we said to incite someone or to hurt someone. And it's not necessarily something you believe, but we would have said something. Or you might have said something jokingly to a friend, or you might have, you know, we've all done things that said things to our best mate that you wouldn't say online and you wouldn't say publicly, but we've made those comments, or we've said, you know, a nasty thing about someone. We've all thrown that shade. And the thing is, for a lot of us, we're lucky because we aren't in that media spotlight where every single thing we say or do has been picked up and gone over with a fine-tooth comb to actually find those things, you know. And again, I'm not somebody who's racist. I'm not somebody who's homophobic. I'm not somebody who's sexist. You know, all of those things I very firmly believe. Even my worst enemy has the right to, you know, live and breathe and have their opinions. You know, the Westboro Baptist Church, who hate everything about gays and everything about anybody alternative, like they would burn me at the stake if they could. I believe they have the right to their opinions. They don't have the right to carry out those actions. They don't have the right to hate speech, but they have the right not to like me and not to agree with my lifestyle, because we live in a free world, or largely free world. And my lifestyle, because it isn't a lifestyle, but who I am, and, you know, everything about me, people don't have to like, and that's fine. You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me as an individual. And I will fight for your ability to disrespect me. You can disrespect me. You can be offensive. You can't promote hate speech, and you can't, you know, actively go out and go after me. But you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with what I think or what I do. You can have a very different 180 polar opposite opinion. And isn't this amazing that we live in a society where I get to think like this and you get to think like that? And I guarantee you, most of the people that I would defend their right to speech against me would not offer me the same courtesy. And that I always find interesting. But when it comes back to makeup, you're always going to find any makeup company out there, there is always going to be a moment in time where they've done something wrong. They might have used, you know, they might, it's like Volkswagen. Oh, well, they had that scandal recently where they were fixing their mileage or their, you know, carbon output thing. But if you go back far enough, they were originally a car made and, you know, supporting the Nazis in Germany. If you go back with lots of companies, you know, you go, oh, do you remember when that company used a sweatshop in China? Do you remember when that company was found using, you know, I don't know, you know, whatever products? You're always going to be able to trace something back to a history of a product or a company and find something that you don't like. It's not, for me, about those issues or about a company's past. It's about what they're doing now, and it's about the products. And at the end of the day, if you like a NARS liquid lipstick or a NARS whatever mascara, then use it. If you find it and you like it, it's good, then use it. If it says on it contains rabbit fur and oil from cute kittens, what we have squeezed in a tube and crushed until their heads explode, and then we have used that oil in the mascara, maybe don't buy that product. But if you've got something that they just go, oh, it's not cruelty free because it's sold in China, that's when I just think, do you know what? God, do you know what? Just get over it. Like, the Chinese government choose certain products and certain brands, and they have to test a certain amount, and even that is stopping because it's becoming a huge issue over there in terms of retail. But you know what? Like, I look for a product, I look for a MAC lipstick, and I go, is this tested on animals? No. Is it cruelty free? As much as we can say yes. Are any of the ingredients like used killing bunnies and it's just ridiculous, particularly because if you look at virtually every chemical compound out there that is used in the makeup world, the reality is, right, the reality is at some point that compound has been tested on animals, because if it's been around for more than 10-20 years, animal testing was a thing that was done, right? And you might not agree with it now, and you might say we don't do it now, but even in my products, probably at some point, the chemicals that were used for this product have all been tested on animals. It doesn't mean that Maybelline tests on animals. It doesn't mean that this formula of this particular group and recipe was tested, but all the source ingredients would have been, because back in the day they were. So yes, Maybelline is cruelty free. This product is cruelty free. It doesn't contain animal parts, and it doesn't contain, you know, they haven't put this in bunny rabbit's eyes. But I guarantee the dimethicone would have been tested, and the pigment 570 would have been tested, and the whatever else, all of those bits would have been tested on animals, just not this finished product. And you go, well, how far back do we, you know, how far back do we go before something is considered cruelty free or not? Anyway, it's a whole big thing. I find it people are going to find you offensive no matter what you do. Like, look at Holland. Holland did a video about, no, I don't mean, just look at Holland. Holland's totally offensive. No. Right, Holland did a video going, this is how you play the kazoo. Do, 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 do. Here's a lovely, like, we're doing the national anthem. Do, 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 do. Oh, no. Now all the Republicans are coming at you. Okay, so now I'm going to do a lovely Christmas song. Do, 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 do. Oh, no, it's not inclusive enough. Right, okay. So now I'm going to do a song from the 80s. I'm going to do a Boy George song. Okay. Oh, no, I can't do that because Boy George was arrested that time for doing that thing. Right, okay. So then I'm going to do a song by Madonna. Oh, no, I can't do Madonna. I'm going to do a tune by, I'll do a tune by Mozart. Oh, no, wait. He was involved with his young missus who was under the age. And then, right, okay. So maybe where'd you give up? Do what you're frigging like, as long as you are not hurting anybody else. And as long as, like, you can have the worst opinions in life, right? You can believe that the Holocaust was a good thing. You can believe that the vaccines will give you 3 heads. You can believe whatever you want to believe, the most despicable thing in the whole wide world, as long as that belief stays in your head. You can believe that trans people are all spawns of Satan and child murderers and whatever else. You can believe whatever you want about me, about my community, as long as it stays in your head. And I support your right to do that. And you can speak that, as long as I've got the right to turn around and say, you are wrong and this is why. And it's free speech, and you don't have to like it. I don't have to like everything anybody says, but it's free speech. And on the internet, if you don't like the fact I'm using a JSC lipstick, don't bloody watch me. If you don't like the fact that I'm using, Maybelline, which at some point, compound 470 or whatever I said was tested on a bunny rabbit, don't watch me. Like, I'm not here to appease everyone. And there is a very much a truth in that saying that you can't please everyone all the time. Anyway, ching ching, everybody. Let's have a coffee. I know, right? My watch count just dived as I was ranting. Let's see what the comment said. Amen to all that, Lisa. People hold up celebrities too high. I also don't follow celebrities, just their work. so they can think and say what they want, and it won't affect my enjoyment of their work. Exactly, that's one way to look at it. Look at look at all the famous painters in history. Look at all of the famous painters. Look at the playwrights. Look at all of these people that we hold up so dear, and look at their history. You know, oh, look at King Henry VIII. How many wives did he murder? Completely changed the religious system so he could get a divorce. You know what I mean? It's like we hold all these people up to a ridiculous level. The only thing I would say, Neil, the only thing I would say is if for instance there was somebody that was like and in fact this is almost that Peter Tatchell thing, if there was somebody that was like a really anti-gay, like homophobic preacher or a homophobic, you know, person on telly saying that, you know, LGBTQ community is spawn of the Satan and all of that stuff, if there was somebody saying that on telly but was secretly, you know, visiting rent boys or was secretly, you know, doing whatever behind the world's back, if your actions are completely different to what you're espousing, then I can see, you know, then I can see that there are issues. However, if you're just living your life, just live your life. Good morning to Renata. Good afternoon, sorry, Renata of the Craft. How are you this fine and dandy morning, afternoon, my darling? I hope you are well. Neil says you're extremely problematic by today's high standards, but in which ways no one will know, as I choose not to share. Problematic to one person is someone that someone else will agree with. Absolutely, 100%. Oh, he murdered 4 of his wives. Married, beheaded. Married, no, what was it? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Is that right? Is that right? I can't remember the rhyme. But anyway, the foundation's gone on. I haven't got any on my neck. I just realized that. Let's put a squirt on my neck. So yeah, the foundation has gone on. I quite like using the brush with this technique actually. Although I don't know. Like, does anyone else use a brush to apply their foundation? Like, if so, why? Like, why? Was that right then? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. So you killed 2 wives then? Because you divorced 1, beheaded 1. Did he have 8 wives? No, 6 wives. 6 wives. I don't remember. We didn't study history. We did humanities, which was a little bit of everything. A little bit of geography, a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of something. Not in a good way. Really depressed for a few days now. Reason you're so late, you can't think. You're still in bed. Oh, Renata, my darling. Oh, I wish I could give you a big hug. Not when you're in bed, but I wish I could give you a big hug. Oh, my darling, is there anything you want to share with the community? Is there anything you want to beheaded? That's what I thought. Is there anything that you thank you. Is there anything that we can all help with and help you mull over and set the world to rights? I don't know. Well, thank you for joining us today. Hopefully this random eye look that was picked out by the communities, 2 and 4. Beheaded. That's what I thought. Murdered. No, what was it? Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced. Oh. That makes a mockery of the rhyme as well then. I don't know. I can't remember. All I remember about Henry VIII is that I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I've been married 7 times before. But he's been married 7 times before and everyone was a... What? I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before and everyone was Henry. Never was a William or Sam. So remember Henry, because Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. Is that right? Can't remember. Yeah, anyway. Holland, you use your fingers to do your foundation because it feels like you blend it better. Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, I kind of agree. I do like how this has gone on. I think it's gone on using a small amount, tappy, 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 blendy, 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 I think has really helped. Although, I don't think it's like, there's a lot of pilling up. I don't think it's like amazing compared to just using my sponge. Let's go in with a bounce the sponge on the top and see. To be honest, just around my mouth, it almost looks like there's a little bit of brush marks. I don't know if that's just the way I've done it. I'm going to keep persevering because it's supposed to be the way that makeup artists do their do the foundation. So, you know, I am going to keep persevering with it. But yeah, anyway, so there we go. Right, what am I doing now? A little bit of setting powder, a little bit of Monica. That song is going to be stuck in my head now. Before I do setting powder, I need to add some concealer. I like concealer. They're happy. You switch between a brush and sponge for your foundation, Nate. That's really interesting. Why do you use the brush? And do you use like a flat stippling brush, or do you use like one of these wet foundation brushes like I've got? Like, again, that'd be really interesting. You like the way your sponge blends, but it uses twice the amount of foundation that way. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would agree with that. And what I do tend to do is I will go over the top, even if I do it with my fingers, I'll go over the top with my sponge just to like blend it in, just because I quite like the way that it bounces. I mean, I've got a bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I don't mind doing quite a bit of blendy, 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 but oh gosh, I'm sat right on the partition, but on the sofa, and our sofa is one of the, like, both ends recline if we weren't up against a wall. So, oh, I'm right on the knobbly bit, right on me pelvic bone, me pelvic floor. Luckily, I've been doing me kegels. I know, right? So I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer, a little bit of Monica. No, concealer. It makes me happy. Let's bring that song back. Concealer. It covers my bags. You use a flat stippling brush to apply the foundation to reduce the usage of foundation, then finish with a sponge. Alvi keeps kicking me. She's just like, she's trying to stretch out and she keeps kicking me. So I'm going to move myself a little bit. There we go. Oh, right on me coccyx. Yes, there we go. Move it slightly that way. Renata, it may have been 5. The beheaded ladies were Anne and Catherine. Oh, it must be 5 then, because it goes divorced, beheaded, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. That's the rhyme, but I don't know. We were also taught A before E except after C, you know, maybe. Except maybe not in all the times where it doesn't actually work that way. So tapping the concealer into place. I do quite like this concealer, you know. I'll be glad when it's used up, to be honest, and I'm not in a mad rush to buy another one because the consistency is good. The coverage is kind of medium to buildable, but I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't know really what it does for me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It doesn't brighten because it's too close to the foundation color. It doesn't, like, it's not a full coverage concealer, which I don't mind that, because a full coverage concealer for me just sits in my lines under my eye. It just sits in all those fine lines and then makes me look really crevicey and really crepey. But it also, I don't know. It's a really weird one. I don't know what it actually is doing for me, if that makes sense. Like with other concealers, you can see that it's brightening, or you can see that it's covered up the purple. When my bags are super, super dark, like when Rufus is not with me, like probably towards the end of next week, because he's away all weekend as well this week. He's not back until the 18th. So which reminds me, I've got to get his Valentine's card in the post, and I'm going to post your birthday present from bloody January. I'm going to post that out to you as well, Nate. So I've got to go to the post office today. But I'm a bit like, I don't really want to go out the house, but you know, whatever. Right, I'm trying to get the lid off of the little thingy off of my powder, because look how there we go. Look how little of this I've got left. I might, in fact, this might be another product that I end up using up all of it on the live, because look how much I've got left. Look how little I've got left. Oh, it's so good. Oh, Aussie. It's so good. So yeah, I am probably going to swap in the other tub of this Revolution setting powder, just because I've got it and I know that I will use it up that way. But I am so missing my Beauty Bakery powder. I really am. I really, really, really am. It's really proving to me just how much I want to get back to that. So yeah, you used to use, Anita says, yes, it's worth a go using the brush. You like the finish of a sponge, but don't like how much product it soaks up. You see, I use my sponges fairly wet. So not wet. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Not totally wet, but you know, wet enough, moist. But yeah, so it doesn't use up too much foundation for me, but I do find that as a problem. You used to use a brush of foundation all the time, and then you found the sponge. I did quite like those the silly sponges. I actually quite liked those, you know. It took a bit of a learning curve, and they were a bit daft. And have you seen the new one? Nadie from Pop Lux has just tried the new one. It looks like a tongue. It actually looks like a Segs toy, if you know what I mean. I said Segs, like Greg's, but yeah, it actually looks like a packer. For anybody who knows the trans community, it looks like a packer. And it's but it's supposed to be like a tongue, but it looks more like a packer. And it's made of silicone, and it's got that same sort of wibbly wobbly texture that you go, ooh, wibbly wobbly, and you're supposed to like beat your face with it. But apparently it's supposed to be quite good, but it is really expensive. It's like $70 or something. If it had been affordable, I would have bought one just for the sheer shits and giggles of trying it, to be honest. I really would. Right, I'm just applying the foundation, no, the powder. I'm pushing it into those areas. It does. Wayne Goss reviewed it. Yes, Wayne Goss tried it first, and then Nadie got it after Wayne Goss. Not the same one, obviously. But yeah, it did look like a cow's tongue. It looked like a sex toy. That's what it looked like, because it really did look like that. I mean, if it wasn't for that price, I would get one, to be honest, just for the sheer hell of it. It would be cheaper to buy a packer and use. It really would. Right, here we go. So I've set my powder in the areas. Oh, I didn't put concealer. Hang on. Concealer emergency. Where's the concealer gone? Oh no. Didn't put any concealer down here, did I? Oh, I'm starting to get mouth wrinkles as well. I know, right? I'm getting old. I need me Botox. Yeah. So, by the way, I did all my skincare before I started today, by the way, because I was like, yeah, there'll be a dupe soon enough and we'll all get one. Yeah, probably, Nate, Ness, probably, to be honest. Right, a little bit more powder just to set that one. Right, and then my fluffy brush is probably going to take all of the powder. All of the powder. So let's try the last of the powder. No cow's tongue on your face. I don't know. I quite like it when I have yeah, anyway. Right, yeah, so look, that's used it all up. Oh my god, we're empty. We don't have any powder. This is the last of the revolution powder. You're blessed with upper lipper. You're blessed with upper lip wrinkles now. Such fun. I know. I'm starting to get the little line creases just here, and they're pointing down, which means obviously I am a miserable cow most of the time. Right then, let's just set the face with the powder that I've got. Woo! I dropped the brush. What's the film? You're too big to fit in here, too big to fit in here, too big to fit in here. What's that film? Because they do, oh, is that film? And then there's also the White Chicks problematic film where they're going, oh, this is what you do when you're like, how do you do a, and they go, oh, you do that, you go, oh yeah, and you get the nose, you go, oh yeah, good. That's what that just reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of. But there we go. Right, so that is used up all my powder and the last of my, what's it called? What did we just use up as well? The last of my primer today. Is there any more powder left? No, look, absolutely no powder left on the lid. I think we're safe to say now that that is completely empty. Completely empty. The sweetest thing, that was it. Yeah, too big to fit in here. So there we go, we've got another empty. Yay, yay, hurrah. Right then, let's get the bronzer. Bronze for the gods. We're going to use, what are we going to use? Oh yeah, we're using this fluffy Lacura brush. You're the youngest and had wrinkles on your lips for years. Oh, Nanette. Oh, Nanette. There we go. I'm sure you don't. I'm looking at your picture. Your picture looks absolutely fine. You're going to say now that picture was taken 200 years ago by, you know, Mr. Edgar Allan Wright brothers. I can't remember who it was that did the photography, but I know it was on Leeds Bridge because there's a plaque on it that says, this is the place where photography was invented or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not culturally minded. Renata will tell you that. Renata's the cultural person in our community. Renata and Holland, they're the ones that know about opera and Shakespeare and things. I just know about quantum mechanics and putting makeup on faces and performing on stages and magic and stuff. And dieting, even though I did really badly this week, like last week. I really did. I don't understand quite. Well, I do understand because I had 2 days where I binged, but that's because Rufus wasn't here. But hopefully we're not going to do that this week. Hopefully. There we go. Right, tap that off a little bit and bring the bronzer. Let's just bring that in a little bit. Bring a little bit. Quite liking the bronzer. Looks very much in place, doesn't it? Where is it? Is it here? Yeah. Now again, I can't do the thing. Your eye bags on the podcast video are shocking, but you're kind of fine with it. Absolutely. Just be fine with it, Neil. And just blame the lighting, because lighting can cure or hinder 100 things. It really can. Lighting can fix issues, but can cause a lot of issues. I can't wait, you know, until we get the quarterly refresh where I will be able to replace that bronzer, because it is a little bit too intense for me, even when I've gone over it. Now, look, I'm trying to veil it down with a brush without any powder on, but you know, that's not going to work, is it? But there we go. That's a bit okay. The bronzing, I don't mind that. Oh gosh. You can only see it when you've got your lipstick on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, You know the secret to that, Nanette? Don't wear lipstick. Right, blush. Should we go? Oh, I was going to say, should we do cream blush? But I've already done my face now, so I'll have to use powder brush next time. Next time we'll do what I said, creams. Right then, using my blush, the MUA one. I really like this blusher actually. I think it's nice. It's not too pigmented, but it definitely shows up, if you know what I mean. And I like the tone of it. I really do. Yeah. So there we go. Take the blusher all the way up into the temples and then apply it in the new way that we do blusher, which is, oh, they're like so. Not onto the cheeks. Not onto the cheeks. Just, you know, we don't put the blusher where we actually blush. We just put the blusher where we want, you know, a bit of redness for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Right, and then, oh, contour. Use a bit of contour and highlighter. I'm going to use this one for both. Kirsty had a good idea about using the highlighter, and she said to, you know, maybe smash it, but then put some separately. So yeah, Neil's got ring lights. Neil's got ring lights. It's because, do you know what it is, Renata? Neil likes being all like in the shadows and mysterious. And try not to sing Rasmus when I say in the shadows. So yes, that's why Neil likes being sort of spooky and mysterious. But yeah, you've got to go, but you'll watch it on replay later. All right, Neil, have a lovely day. Speak to you soon. Have fun. Drop me a message on Insta about filming, and we'll do that soon. Bye. 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 Right, yeah, contour. Little bit of contour on my cheeks. So, I'm like, so. You're going to use another webcam as the white balance is terrible. Okay. 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 I mean, it's perfectly fine. To be honest, it is perfectly fine. It does the job. We can see you. I don't think there's a huge issue with it, to be honest. But if you don't like it, feel free to shift it up or whatever. But it looks perfectly fine. You know, don't spend money unless you want to. It's only for a little YouTube podcast, isn't it? It's not important or nothing. There we go. Right. Oh, I'm going to use the highlighter in this one as well. Where did I put the highlighter brush? See, we're getting there. We're getting there. It doesn't look too horrendous now on the eyes. It's kind of balancing out a little bit. Come on. Yes. So I do kind of quite like Kirsty's idea about using the Makeup Revolution one, the glass mirror highlighter, like to smash part of it up to use for the and to put it back together again, you know what I mean, but to actually keep it in a powder form as well. To be honest, I think that's quite a good idea. Everyone's saying bye bye to Neil. I love our community. It's so friendly, it really is. I love you all, everyone. By the way, if you are watching this on replay, just put, if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching, I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. If you're watching this on replay, put the lipstick emoji in the chat today. The lipstick one. Yeah, try the lipstick one. So we've not used the lipstick one for a while, have we? I'm doing all of the highlighting. So really going super uber over the top glam, because I think with this sort of eye look, it needs to be a very intensive look. And then lipsticks, right? So we've got all the colors, all the color lipsticks that I had really. So I've got a black with orange sparkle, like a brick red, a bright pink, a couple of nude tones, a soft lavender, a bright, a what's that one then? No, like a soft pink, and then a lilac shade, and then a deeper purple shade, and then I've got some green. So I've got like a reflective metallic green. I've got a deep green. I've got a minty green. I've also got like a bright blue by Fenty, a bright pink sort of magenta shade by Fenty. I've also got like a deep brown. What's that? Another cool tone deep brown. Oh, like a pale mint green, a red, sort of brownish, nudish, taupey kind of purpley colour, a couple of reds, and then in the KVD range, what have I got by KVD? I've got this one. This is a black. So I've got a, well, I say black, it's almost a slate grey. So I've got a grey one there, and then we've got a, oh, I don't know, is this pink? Oh yeah, look, a neon pink. And I've got a, I don't even remember what this colour is. Is this a purple? I think it might be a purple. Oh, it is. So yeah, look, lots of different shades. What are we all thinking to go with this bright bird of paradise look? So they're the KVD ones. So that one there is reading as more blue than it actually is, but they're the KVD shades. Or we've got, you know, oh, I've got a bright yellow as well, JSC. So, oh god, that's very old and dry. That's probably dead, to be honest. Yeah, that's like chalk. Right, okay, so that's just added to the retirement. Let's have a look. Oh, that's just going to look like a nude on me. What are we thinking, people, in terms of colours? Like, do we want to go for something bright and colourful? Do we want to go for a more of a nude shade? I'm just going to give you some. I'm just going to give you some swatches so we can see some of the swatches. I have still not filmed my my lipstick video, by the way, the collection. Are you still interested in seeing collection videos, everyone? Like, because I know that normally they're like an end of year, beginning of year thing. And again, this time last year, I think I stopped doing any of the other collection. Like, do you want me to finish the collection videos? Or are you all just like, oh my God, we're done with that sort of thing now? So bored, so last century. You think nudes because the lips are so bright, or the eyes are so bright? Okay, that's a good option, maybe. I love these. I love these shades. Oh, I've also got a model zone. Oh God, this is right. That's probably also going to go in the retirement. That red's quite nice. Here we go. I'm just going to show you some swatches, some swatches of all of these colours on the back of my hand. On my hand, I do my hair toss, paint my nails. Hang on. God, I brought a lot of liquid shades, didn't I? Why did I bring so many lipsticks with me? I don't know. Oh, we've got, you love collection videos. Yes, I am. What's that? Oh, still interested in collection videos. Okie dokie. That red is lovely. You're quite right. I don't need the Ruby Woo because I've got that amazing red one by Stila. And then the other shades are the Fenty. Love these as well. Oh, they just smell so lovely. Right, and what have I got from JSC? Oh, I've got a gold topper. It's that one there. Hang on, I'm coming. I'm doing this as fast as I can. Renata says purple for the hair. That's a good option. That is a good option. That's a good thought. The neon pink. And then these are the new formula ones. Oh, the black. I do like a good black lip. I do like a good black lip. Hang on. Oh, almost done swatching them all. It's a nice berry shade. I love that one. Is that all of them? Right, that's all of the ones that I brought in here. Yeah. Oh, I quite like that. Might work really well, actually. Oh, I've got a couple of nudes as well. Let's do the nudes. Send nudes. I loved that, but oh, Neil's gone. I was going to say I love that. A picture down there where Neil lives, where somebody had a thing saying "send nudes" and then pointed to the alley, to the little alleyway. Right? Is that? Did I include that one? 1, 2, 3. No, I didn't. There we go. There we go. Right then. Are we ready for the choices, everybody? These are the options for today. La la la, these are the colours. See, that now looks like the Jawbreaker palette, doesn't it? So, what do we think? What might complement this look? What do we think? Do we think? Yeah, let me move a little bit forward. Oh, we started off with that primary colour was the blue, so there is a blue lipstick there, although it's not quite the same blue, but we've got all of these lovely shades. I'm loving that yellow. I'm so sad that that is completely dried up now. I might try and get a little bit of Duraline and see whether I can make that work. What do we all think? What do we think? Because look, I'm loving the greens from the Blood Money collection. Loving those. And a couple of the nudes up here. The browns are from the nudes palette. I'm loving that red. That's the Steeler one. That's a very similar red to the Ruby Woo, actually. So I obviously don't need to buy the Ruby Woo because I've got the same bloody colour. Anita's saying red. So that would be like the bright Ruby Woo. That's a good one. Renata says the purple. So there are 3 purples. We've got the glittery one by KVD, that one there. And we've got the purple there, that one, and these 2. You were thinking the yellow, actually. I don't think, I mean, you can see how old this is. Like the name branding is completely rubbed off. Yeah, look at the applicator. You can see how dry and crusty that is. That is pretty much dead now, to be fair. But you were thinking, so we've got an option for red and we've got an option for purple. Anybody else got any color picks? We've got some, we do have a couple of the nudes here. Look, these sort of brownie shade nudes. So we could go with a nude just to give you the color look. So we've got a nude look. I think that would get totally lost. Is that Posh Spice? Yes, it is. And this one then is Mannequin. So I think the nudes would get lost. Let's go for what was the other? We're looking for the reds, weren't we? So Anita says red, so that would look like that. Like that one. I think that's quite nice. That looks quite good. Renata says about the greens. They're nice dark green. We've got, there's that one's a dark green, or that sort of leafy green, that's a metallic. So that's the metallic option. And then the other dark green. It's okay, Holland, you've got your hands busy. That's the other dark green. So that's quite good. Don't mind that one. And I've realized I haven't got my eyebrows done yet, so that'll be the next thing I do. So, or the purples. Let's have a look at the purples. We've got this purple, this purple. Holland says the metallic, so the metallic green for Holland. Okay, so it seems to be coming down then between 3 colors: purple, green, and red. So then, the purple, the green, and the red. So what do we think, everybody? Purple, green, or red? Purple? Metallic green, that's that bottom green. Or the red? Should we do a choice? Shall we do an official voting right then? So if you're watching this live, we are going to do an official voting for the last time today to finish up the look. You can hardly see the base products that I've used with this ring light on. I'm going to have to change it and turn it down in a minute. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, cloud face. Right then, vote now. Would probably help if I told you what the vote was. Yeah, green, purple or red. Go. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Green, green, purple, green. It looks like green has won. Hang on. Actually, having said that, it's just Renata putting green 15 times in a row. So we've got Renata's green, Holland's green. What else? What else have we got? Ness said purple. Anita hasn't voted. We've got 8 or 9 watching, and we've only got technically three votes. A purple, a green, and a green. So then it looks like it's going to be the green unless we get any more votes in. Anybody else voting? Put it in the comments now. Put it in the comments now. If you want a different color, green, purple, or red, what is your option? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody know? Okay, I'm going to call it for the green. Right. Okie dokie. Not my choice. I personally, out of those 3 colors, I would have gone for the red, because it matches the red on the eyes and it would have brought the whole look together. But we'll see what the green is like. Okay, right then, everybody. You all voted for this. I mean, I know I've got the green nails on. I'm going to have to finish this hand, aren't I? Right, here we go then. Let me just make sure my lips are nice and supple. And in fact, let me take a swig of coffee. Oh, coffee grinds in the bottom. Blah. Very nice coffee. You would have picked metallic anything. Oh, I've got metallic purple as well and a metallic magenta. Too late now. We've got green. Right, let's go for it then. There we go. It's a look. It's an absolute look, isn't it? It really is. It's a bold decision today you've all made. I don't mind it. Right, let me just do the eyebrows because I feel completely naked without my eyebrows done. Especially when it's such a bold look. Where is my eyebrow color? When did I have it last? I had it last yesterday. So it should be in. Where's my eyebrow color? Oh no, I've got it. I've got it. Panic over. Don't panic, everybody. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Don't panic. I know you were all then panicking for me, weren't you? I could see you all about to run around going, oh, where's her eyebrows? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You're not able to message on here? Yeah, you can. You've just sent it. You've just done a message on here. I can see it in the chat. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? You've done it. I've got it. I can see it. Hang on. Have to finish my green nails. I know, right? And green earrings. Do you know I don't own any green earrings? I'm going to have to make some green earrings. I don't actually own any green earrings. I did have some that I made before that had leaves and vines and things on, which I can't find because in my world, things come into my life for a little while and then they disappear forever. Apart from husbands. Husbands don't do that. Well, so far, not yet. After 6 years, we're okay. We're doing really well. Nearly 6 years. Oh God, I miss him so much. I really do. I miss my husband. Right, let's have a look-see. So let's finish the eyebrows. And then we're going to let the hair down. Oh, and also the other thing I've not done. Well, you can tell I've been really distracted today, can't you? The other thing I've not done is my under eye liner. I need to do some under eye colors. Good Lord, can't leave my eyes like that. Oh, here we go. Walking down the street, I get the curious looks from everyone I meet. I mean, this is a good look just to nip to Aldi, isn't it? A bit later. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Nanette, you couldn't vote. That's shocking. You weren't able to speak. That's shocking. I don't understand why, because, like, slow mode isn't on. So, a fact that Renata took full advantage of by voting 25 times for green. I don't mind. I quite like these green lipsticks, actually. When I said to Rufus, and he was like, I said, oh, look, they're in the sale. There'll be a great Christmas present. And he was like, oh, go on then. And he was like, will you wear green? I was like, yes, I'm going to wear green. I'm going to wear green. They all voted, Anita. They all voted. Everybody voted, and green won. Right, let me just finish up using the other brush, and we're going to do the under eye. So I think to pull this look together with this green, okay. To pull this look together, I think we're going to need I don't know. With these colors, you can only go to Morrison's. I don't know if there's any magic bags on Morrison's. That's the only way I go to Morrison's is for a magic bag. Shall we go with, I tell you what, I know, let's see if I can go with an aqua type color, a transition color. So we're going to use this blue here, which is kind of like an aqua-y blue, and I'm going to use that underneath the eye. Fall out. So it's still essentially that same color. What's a magic bag? A magic bag is from Too Good To Go. If you have a look on this channel, we've done 2 videos now of magic bags. Basically, they're from the Too Good To Go app, and it's food that would probably end up going in to waste from Morrison's. So it's a lot of fresh food. Sometimes you get a lot of bread, and basically you pay £3.09 for a whole bunch of stuff, and it's a random bag, and you go to Morrison's and collect it at a particular time. And yeah, it's close to the sale by date or just on the sale by date. So it's all perfectly fresh. It's just stuff that otherwise they would have to, dump, basically. So it's a way of saving food waste, and you get a load of stuff for a bargain price. But there's 2 videos on this channel. Rufus stars in one of them. Rufus is on the thumbnail, and it's only about a 5-6 minute video. So go and check that out and see the sort of things you can get. Right, I'm using that lipstick on a brush, this green lipstick, and I'm actually going to use this to tie the eyeliner in as well, just a little bit. So I'm just adding a little hint of green. Onto that blue, just a little hint. So not too much. I don't want to overpower it because the main colors on the eye was the blue and then the others. And it is a very bold look today, but I don't mind that. And this is one of the things that these these liquid lipsticks by JSC are really good for. And to be honest, I think that's the main way that I've used that yellow, is as an eyeliner shade, because they are completely eye safe. So yeah, it's just bringing a little hint of that green from the lips up into the eye to kind of make the color, kind of make it all pull together a little bit without taking it too far. Now, I was planning on doing the eye with that more sort of, that more purple shade, and I've just also seen somehow, I don't know whether you can see, but somehow I've got two wings there. I've got a little underwing of green, and I don't mind that, so I'm actually going to try and do that again purposefully. So how did that kick out? It kicked out just about there. Oh, I need to buy a little bit more. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's on the Too Good To Go app. Yeah, it really does. It really does sort out, Renata, it really does. Have a look. The app is called Too Good To Go. Have a look at the video, because I think we've linked the app on the, certainly in the one I did with Rufus. In fact, I will be able to tell you now. Let me have a quick look see. I'm pretty sure I linked to the app on both Apple's the Apple Play Store, Apple iTunes Store, and on the other one, I think I linked to it on the other one as well, on Google Play. Let me just have a look. Did I? Yes, I did. So if you have a look on the back catalogue, the one that says trying another magic bag with a lovely picture of my gorgeous husband, have a little look at that one, and then you can see on there, it's got the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. So have a look on there as to, and then you can choose your poison, if you like. Choose whichever one it is on there that is your phone. And then the only thing is, like, the pickup times, there we go. Look at that now. That's a very creative, colourful look. The only thing is the collection times are between 5 and 9, I think it is. And be prepared, on 2 occasions, we've ended up with a banana box full of stuff. You normally just get a bag, but you can also get, like, if there's a lot of stuff that they are getting rid of, you can get a lot of stuff. The other app to try is called Olio, O-L-I-O. And that is another one of these saving food from waste apps. And on Olio the other day, I went and got some onions from somebody who literally lives between here and Slimming World. So she's literally just round the corner. And she said she's got a load of onions. And I said, oh, that'd be good. I said, we like onion soup. And I literally got, I kid you not, a sack, a big, huge bag of onions, probably with, I mean, Rufus took some down to Essex for his mum and dad and that, and literally probably took maybe 80 onions with him. And I've still got about the same amount here, if not more. And so we just use them in onion soups and things. So yeah, like Olio is another one. We've picked up a couple of bits and pieces before, but Olio is very much like, say if you go to, I don't know, say if you were planning a birthday party for somebody, and then that person got COVID, and you were like, I've now got all this food, and I can eat, you know, I can eat the chicken wings and I can eat the sausage rolls, but there's all this other food that is just going to go to waste. I can't eat a whole party's worth. And so you give some to your friends and family, whatever, and everything that's left, you go, oh, what am I going to do with it? You can put that on Olio as well. So if you buy too much of something, you put it on Olio. But also, say some of the shops also have partnership deals. So there might be somebody who goes and picks up a load of stuff in Tesco or Pret a Manger or Greggs, and they'll be like, oh, I've got loads of Pret sandwiches. So Rufus went the other week and picked up some food bits that the dogs had. So they had some sandwiches and some other meat bits that they got. And then we've also picked up, as I say, a big sack of onions and other little bits as well. So have a look. It is worth having a look at that app as well. It really, really is. Again, it stops food waste. I mean, we are all about food waste and, you know, not buying into the whole, like, you've got to use everything up before a sell by date, because it's a sell by, not a use by. And even if it's a use by, do the sniff test. You know, if you get the only thing I would say, that video that me and Rufus that with Rufus in it, that's a good example, because there was an apple in there that had been bruised that we had to cut the end off, and I think we lost 2 grapes and 2 strawberries from the entire bag. So so yeah, because they were just like, I think 2 of the grapes had gone soft and 2 of the strawberries had got a bit of fur on. But to be fair, we've picked up fruit from supermarkets. We've picked up a punnet of strawberries before and had a mouldy one in them and paid full price, and then gone, shall we go back and complain? Oh, I really can't be bothered. It's 1 strawberry. Let's not bother. So yeah, it's a good way of cutting down a food bill whilst also stopping food going into you know, into the waste system. Because a lot of the companies would rather sell you a bag. I mean, normally we end up with a carrier bag full. So normally they would rather sell you a carrier bag of food for £3 rather than have to pay to dispose of it. So that's why you get a bunch cheap. Anyway, let's do the setting spray. I wonder if I can use this one up today as well. That would be good. I possibly could, actually, because there's not a lot left. Right, let's try. I don't mean try to use it up, but let's try spraying it. Oh, it's starting to get... No. Oh, come on. It's spitting at me now rather than spraying. I don't know whether you can see it on camera, but I'm trying to get a fine... No, I can't use that. That is literally the dregs. I'm trying to get a fine spray on it, and it's just not wanting to spray. It's actually doing that little spitty thing, which is never what you want, is it? I mean, let's not go there. Anyway, so I'm going to pour the very last bit of that setting spray into my Revolution one. Yeah, look, just the dregs. There was actually more than I thought left in there. So, but that is it gone. That is it gone. That is from my Team Project Pan. So 3 of the Project Pan items I have used up today. Wow, that is amazing. Amazing. So I'm going on to my new one. Oh, I need to weigh this, don't I? I need to weigh this in. What I'll do, I'll spray this a couple of sprays to get rid of that excess bit that I added in, and then we'll count that as the weight. So we'll then weigh that one in for the record book, if I can find my scales. Yes, I know, Mister. Hello. Right, don't get in my face while I spray this, otherwise you'll get a mouthful of spray. He's just gone down to fight with Alvy on the floor. Right, okay, you ready? Oh, that's better. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, no, don't lick my face. No doggy snuggies. No doggy. What did I just say? I said don't get right next to me because you'll end up breathing it in, and then look at you sneezing. What did I say? Daft, ain't she? You've got one of those. They're great, though I use it rarely, as I don't often have the need for a full face. Oh, what, the setting sprays? I use mine. I use mine all the time, to be fair. I find it really, really useful. Right. Let's give the hair. I think we're going for fairly big tousled hair at the moment. Wow. Look at that. I'm not sure about the green, everybody. I'm not sure about the green. But for the rest of it, I feel like I'm a rock star now. I do quite like it. I do quite like how it's ended up. I think, in all honesty, this will be the look that I finish with today. However, I think I'm probably going to take the green off and pop the red on. So just because I think that the green doesn't work with the colors. I'm really finding it a bit of a clash, and not in a good way. But this is the finished look. So you all voted for this. There we are, everybody. What do you think? I'm going to do the Ness thing. Are you ready, Ness? So yeah, it works. I like the eyes. I think those look really bright and colourful, and I think they are quite complementary, even though they're very different. And I do like the way that it blends. I really do. but I am going to swap the green out. So let's just see. Let's see what the difference would be with a red rather than the green. In fact, Holland, we'll stick to your suggestion of the metallic, and we'll swap it for the metallic red. Right, let me just do a quick cut and shut on the foundation. Just use a tiny little bit on the back of my hand. I was like, there is nowhere on the back of my hand. Right, and I'm just going to apply that with a sponge just on the lips and around the lips. Foundation lips. How 2000 of me. I would normally put a little bit of powder over, but of course I've got no powder left. Right, where's the red? There's the red. So we'll go with, I think I'm going to put the Stila. Do I want the Stila red first? Yeah, we're going to put the Stila red down first, and then we're going to use the Wet n Wild red glittery metallic one over the top as an accent. So let's see what this looks like. Oh God, turn the mirror. Let's see what this looks like. This shade of red is what got me and Rufus together. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. I completely lost signal. That was really weird. That was very strange. Oh, a little bit of overlining going on the bottom lip, but that's okay. I think that just looks a lot more glam, doesn't it? Look at that. That looks nice. We like that one. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the metallic red just over the top. Just to give it a little bit of depth. But I've only really added that on the center just to give it a little bit of like a highlight. Just helps make the lips look plumper. And there we go. That is now the finished look. There you go. You don't like the green, Nanette? No, I agree. I love the green, but not with this look. I think it needed that red. I think it really needed the red to pull it all together, and to give us that. Yes, it's bold, but also I think, yeah, it's a lot more. Now I look like a pride flag. A little bit. Wait till we get to June, because every look is going to be a pride flag in June. Every look is going to be using the pride colors, the different pride flags, all on my eyes for the whole of the Thursday lives in June. So yes, there we go. What do you all think now? I love it. I really, really, really love it, actually. And yeah, so there we go, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's been another epic long, God knows how many hours, nearly 4 hour live. No, don't eat my sponge. Oh, good, he hasn't noticed. Hang on. My makeup sponge just fell on the floor, and I thought he was going to go and grab it, but he's trying to get a chew out of his crate. So yeah, right. Let me just add the micellar water and get all of these off of my. Look at that, though. Isn't that a gorgeous color range of lippies? I mean, you know. Next time I say, oh, I need some new lipsticks, just remind me of like this moment where I've got lipsticks up the wazoo. So so yes, there we go, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've had an absolute blast. I hope that whatever you are doing for the rest of the day, that you have a phenomenal day. I've got to go and film some videos today. I'm going to do a video look at one of my new tarot decks. I know, right? So Oceanic Tarot, which is this lovely mermaidy tarot deck, which I have looked through, and I am going to do a flip through and tell you my sort of first impressions about this to the one. I also have a video to do looking at the tarot collection book collecting series thing that I've got. Oh god, we're really having difficulty with the signals today, aren't we? And I've also got another couple of witchy videos to film as well. Plus, I also have to film a couple of recipes later this week. So there's a lot of stuff that I've got coming up. Wow, one of those, I think it must be that pink shade, is completely staining my hand. Look, I don't know whether you can see, just here, there's like a pink blob. It's the only color that's staining. I have to work out which one that is. But there we go, everyone. Oh, you like that with the look. Thank you very much, Anita. Thank you, my darling. And again, when I put on my actual glasses so I can properly see, of course, oh, I've just smudged all my glasses. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. When we do that, I was about to say, there's such a time delay now on the YouTube. It's really interesting. But yeah, so then, there we go. That's with my glasses on. Now it looks like proper Hollywood, doesn't it? Again, I said this yesterday. I need a scarf thing that goes like this. I need to have this sort of, you know, like old Hollywood glamour. Hang on, that's not right. Let's do it that way. Let's do old Hollywood glamour where you're like, hello, I want to be alone. Don't look at me, I'm shy. Yeah, so this is my Hollywood glamour look, where I feel like I should be in a convertible car. And it's like, no, I wasn't the African Queen, because it's very Katharine Hepburn, isn't it? Very with the lips. Yes, there we are, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have had an absolute blast. I've had a really fun morning. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for making so many fabulous options and voting for all of your options today. Look what we've ended up with. I look like a frigging clown, but I love it. I do love it. It's sort of, I agree with you, Neat. It's sort of sunset-ish leading into sort of sunset with a hint of gothy. It's like a little bit dark sunset, but there we go. Hello, Margot. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? It is a little bit Margot. Yes, you're right. From The Good Life. Yes, at least I think is that what you're thinking of? The Good Life. And now no one can see the eyeshadow. I know, because these are my glasses. Unfortunately, I've had to have my glasses. I had to get new glasses. So these are the ones with the tint. So this is absolutely like my reading glasses. So this is what they are now. So yeah, Margot, the T silent in her. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I've had a ball. I will see you all on Sunday, if not beforehand, for another live stream. So on Sunday evening over on the Witchy channel, Beyond Authentic, the Eye is a 7 p.m. UK time. I will be going live doing free tarot readings. So if you would like to get yourself a free reading, go over and pop over there. If in the meantime you fancy a private reading, yes, I know, we're coming now. I'm going to toilet now in a second. If you would like a private reading, then do go over and check out my Fiverr, which is fiverr.com/Beyond Authentic. You can go and book yourself a 3-card reading, 6-card or 10-card. And I will be doing, have a look on this channel just up here. Have a look here, because on this channel, I will be doing a video with a little discount code for the Fiverr. So if you would like to know what is happening, you can get a discounted tarot reading from this channel. There'll be a video going up sometime between now and the weekend. But yes, that is it, everybody. These lot need a wee break. Do you need a toilet? You need a toilet? Yeah, they need a toilet. So I am going to go and let them out and live my fabulous celebrity lifestyle now. Walk around with my big floppy hat on, demanding that it be summer already, like I'm in the south of France and a movie star. But there you go, everyone. I've had a really lovely time. If you want to check out some other authentic channels, have a look down in the description box. It's called The Authentic Army. Go and check out all of those channels. They are all 100% like 100% Lisa approved. So yeah, go and check out those channels. Really small creators here on YouTube, keeping it 100% real 100% of the time. So if that sounds like content you would like to watch, go and check them all out. And we will see you again on another stream or on another video right here on Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. But for now, everybody, that is today's video. Thank you so much. Get those hands in the air like we just don't care. And we're going to say awkward wave, and awkward wave. Come on then.